Alright. Poison Tight, official remix. What's up, worms? Are you ready? Get set for the coolest bad boy broadcasting on your internet's irreverent one, but always stay relevant. Check your perspective, or she'll tell you to get back. Set it into the digiverse, you'll be a hazard. Level up, rookie, or you'll never be a champion. The team strong, drip, flex, vital bracelet on. You're doomed if she ever hears you speak ill of Iman. Up against Canada, you better bring your A game, or you'll get cut to pieces like a flash animation brain. Prime content, you get hit from all angles. Like the crew, make it rain when they drop the bingle bangles. Let's go.
Everybody tune in, it's a toxic chemistry. Everybody shut your mouth, it's a toxic chemistry.
Yep.
Hard and bad opinions on the toxic chemistry. Plus a nice healthy dose of rage and feral YC scream.
Come on. Going live on stream, I should probably mention this food criminal will need an intervention. Skinny or chicken nuggies, people freak out with tears spilled. Then you wash it all down with the big glass of cheese. Come to every stream to see the one true gamer. Nothing more lame than wannabe Pokemon tamers. While all the claims to date have been represented loosely. Sit you here, watch and subscribe to Spooky Sushi. Out.
Everybody tune in, it's a toxic chemistry. Everybody shut your
Good morning, you dehydrated fucks! It's morning time. It's goddamn morning time. Am I awake? Am I alive? Miracles upon miracles. Sort of. Welcome to the very first Friday stream that we're doing for now, until the new year. Enjoy it. It's morning. Hopefully this works better for some people's time lines. If not, fucking I don't care. I'm tired. If you're like, wow, Wazzy's less energetic than normal, it's because I'm fucking tired, bro. It's fucking 9 in the morning. It's 10 in the morning, but it's still 9 in the morning right now. But yeah. I didn't know how many people would be here today, so I made an entire crew themed Hunger Games, and we're just gonna run through that and see who survives and everything. It'll be great. Will this work? I don't know. Also, thank you, Plague Doctor, for resubscribing for 26 months. That's like 2 years, I think. I don't know. Who knows? It's a mystery. But yeah, welcome in, everybody. Let me welcome you all in, and then we'll get to it. It's fucking God. I don't know how to function in this morning. Oh, shit. When we hit the ads, I'll tell you guys my funny story that I got pissed off about last night after stream. It's funny, but it's fine. Anyway, let me welcome you all in. Hello, Unknown Cookie. Hello, Nugget. Hello, Dual Tracks. Hello, Viv Lane. Hello, Viking Sasquatch. Hello, Dual Tracks. Hello, Kakashi Lover. Hello, Dobby. Hello, Sigweed. Hello, Viv Lane. Hello, Ballistic Beast. Hello, Plague Doctor. Hello, did I say Nugget? I can't remember. Hello, Dobby. Hello, Dual Tracks. Hello, Sigweed. Did I say Sigweed? I don't know. Hello, Black Dragon. I think that's it. I think that's everybody. Only 3 streams and I already feel like I live here. Guess what, Nugget? You know what, Nugget? If we finish Nugget, I'm so sorry. You spoke after Viking. You know what, Viking? If we finish this early, I will draw your worm today because I got to officially draw some other worms. And so, Viking, I'm sorry you won't be included in this. But if you want, you can vote for Dobby. Because Dobby's here. Dobby and Donnie are in here because fuck you, I do what I want. But yeah, I'll run through the teams and then I'll show you guys. Oh snap, I get a whole worm. Yeah, that's what happens. If you show up for 3 streams, you get a worm and you become officially part of crew. And then I put you in the corner, like over there, like Helic is right now. And I do stupid shit like this to you guys where I put you in Hunger Games and shit. Also, it'll really help for this weekend. It's going to be our very first intercruise, where you will be interviewed by me with your 3 questions in the Discord. It'll be fun. And if you don't want to talk, that's fine. You will be, your voice will be horribly imitated by me the following Monday. I think I need one, but I can wait. You can get one too, Unknown Cookie. We'll see what happens today. I don't know how long I'm going to stream today. I'm surprised I'm alive. It's 9 in the This is not a real human time. This is not a real awake human time that anyone should be at. If you're awake right now and your time zone is after mine, why? I mean, if you're like, Wazzy, it's fucking 5 p.m. for me, then fine, whatever. You can be the fuck awake. But, like, if you're like 9 a.m. or earlier, what are you doing? Miss 60 goes, Wazzy, it's 1 a.m. for me. Damn it, Miss 60, go to fucking bed. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Are you guys ready? I'm going to tell you guys the teams. It's 11 for me. It's noon for me. Oh, Ozzy, I'm an hour behind thanks to daylight savings time. It's 17 for me. What the fuck does that mean, Vivlane? Nobody uses 24-hour clocks. They're hard to understand. What do you fucking mean? It's not 5 p.m. for me. It's 6 p.m. It's 9 a.m. I've been awake since 4 a.m. It's noon now. That's not a real time. It's 5. I shall never sleep. You're military time user. My 3DS uses a 24-hour clock. Well, my ass can't do math, so I will never use a 24-hour clock. Don't military time at me. I don't understand. I'm so small, and I'm so bad at numbers. And everybody's like, it's easy, Wazzy. You just subtract 7 or whatever the shit. And I'm like, no! No! Can't say for long, but wanted to say hi. Hee hee. I cannot die, for I am not a worm. That's also true, Totodile. Although, you know what? We'll probably go late today just so we can draw some worms. And then we'll do this again. Do math, Wazzy. No, I don't want to do math just to find out what time I gotta take my pills to make me brain good. Are you fucking kidding me? No. That sounds awful. I can do it if you let me count my fingers. You call it military time. I call it the easier time system. Do alarms work? I mean, they do, but, like, still. I do have an alarm on my phone. It will go off. You will hear it go off at noon if I'm still streaming. Noon 05, actually, and that's a pill alarm. I just woke up like 30 minutes ago. I ain't doing that math bullshit. Exactly! I don't want to wake up and be like, what year is it? And then look at my phone and then, like, subtract 7 or whatever the fuck from the time just to be like, it's 7. Like, fuck. Anyway. Here's the teams for Hunger Games. We've got Greg and Human Pinky. We've got Dumpling and Soren. If you hear your name, this is your partner. You have to hope they live. We've got Ramen and Wilkins. We've got Jade and Aztec. We've got Tinny and Dirtbones. We've got Ryura and Dinaroria. We got Turtle Sages and Sir Knight Kindly. We got Legion and Jellymoth. We got Sauce Boss and Swift Leader. We got Luna M and Pinky. We've got Big White Bear and Phoenix Wolf. We've got Sanguine and Kakashi. We've got J Thought Izzle and Rose Meadow. We've got Guzman and Butterfly System. We got Bubby and Mysterious Phoenix. We've got Strawberry and Gears. We got That One Guy and Ouija. We got Blockhead and Lycanthrope. We got Dr. Cowbell, Lava King, Robo Creeper, Jimmy Memer, Worm, Rack, Plague Doctor. This is like a poker rap, but like for worms. Ice Wolf Baller, Almighty Snake, Fish with Knife Ace, Sour Lad, Miss XD, Steve is Dead DVD, Sir Cooney Mud Alaskan. What is the beat, you ask? I have no idea. I'm just going. Jet Black J, Shenanigans, Dahlia, Chris, Bits, Breezy, Charge, or Connie Cat, Pineapple Ryan, Mark VD, Oromoth, Fresh, Slice of Coffee, Noah Hale, Donnie, Froggy, Kiwi, Boogie, Jodio, Yato, Daisy, Josie the Froggy, TK Sleeps, Polypopsidopsia, Turanome, Gem, Pissbag, Aquatic Wolf, Kydra Man, Psycho Arcanine, CFO, Dual Tracks, Plague Dragon, Dr. Liam, Jewel Thief Dave, Nugget, Goosero, Nocturnal Blade, Eric, Corrales, Grey Graves, Broken Kidneys, Huntress, Lunala, Black Century King, BMC, Ballistic Beast, Valiant, Raku, Pinecone, Chaos Dragoon, Toxic Wolf, Rogue of Light, Potato, Lesbian, Golf Mafia, Calico, Pwoops, Random NPC, Cherry the Bard, McWiggle, Delta, Farlord, Geeky Anime, Maxi Boy, Toxin, Golden Windjawed, Balthazar, Rage Star, Tequila, HP Office Jet Pro, Skipping Alarm, Nick Hale, Madame Lucario, Ash Bear, Banani, Crafty, Lando, Hulk Hogan, Dr. Liam, Din Beazle, Kais, Miles, Aratium, Adventure Tale, Levi, Wazzy, Diana, and Dobby. And that's our team. Hey, I'm team with Dave. Can't wait to murder my teammate and go crazy again. Oh, yeah, you did do that. I can't wait for Big White Bear to kill somebody with his ass. This is the ultimate showdown of Ultimate Destiny. See, this is why I thought there were 2 Gandalfs. Nobody can get mad at me now because this is why I thought there was 2 Gandalfs. Anyway, let's hope this doesn't break because it did take me like a good hour to do this. So I'm going to hit the simulate button. Okay. Okay, I think it worked. Okay. Continue. You are playing on a normal death rate. All right, ads are gonna start, so we're gonna try our best. The first person to die is CFO. Let me zoom in actually so that you guys can see this better. Whoop. Fuck. All right, here we go. CFO grabs some landmines, but they accidentally explode. Good fucking job. Plague Dragon strangles Luna with a rope. Oh, Luna's already dead. Cherry the Bard sets Sour Lad on fire with a flamethrower. Also, if you're wondering, you're all male because fuck you. Gender's a ham sandwich. Who gives a shit? Boogie kills Lando as they try to run. Damn, Boogie. Swift Leader and Diana both go after the same axe. Swift Leader gives up and retreats. No murder. Din Beazle clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Snake takes a couple of explosives from near the cornucopia. Draconi Cat runs into the cornucopia and runs to hide from the others. Toxin takes a handful of throwing knives from the ground and then retreats. Black Century King scares Raku away from the cornucopia. Polypopsia finds a bow and some arrows. Wilkins takes a handful of throwing knives from the ground and retreats. Arsham grabs a sword. Jem rips a backpack out of Turtle Sage's hand. Phoenix Wolf snatches some arrows from the cornucopia. Why the fuck did Cherry get a flamethrower? Fuck, I don't know. Assigned male by Yelling Child for convenience. Listen, it just is. Listen, I'm just gonna... You're all genderless. You're all fuzzy worms. What am I supposed to do here? Who gives a shit? Gender's a ham sandwich. Anyway, ads have started, so I'm gonna wait here till everybody without a sub continues. Yippee, free top surgery. I'll tell you guys the thing that pissed me off. So I fucked up buying juice earlier. Like, I had friends that came over for a craft day, and I wanted to be like, oh, I have to make sure that there's drinks for everybody. And I was like, oh, I'll get some juice. And I fucked up buying the juice. Not because of the flavors, not because of the sugar content, not because of anything, but because, or the price or nothing like that. It's because these juice containers, for some ungodly reason, have the lid still attached when you take the lid off. Like, you know those mittens with strings on them? It's like that kind of concept. And the first time I did it, I thought I fucked it up. And I was like, oh, I didn't open this correctly. Oh, well, Matt'll fix it when he gets some juice, right? So I was like, this isn't a problem for me. Matt'll fix this later. But then yesterday I was getting juice and I looked at the lid and it was like, oh, the lid stays with it so you never lose the lid. And I'm like, this is not a problem I've ever encountered. What the fuck? Anyway, the whole reason this sucks ass is not just because, like, it makes it the general concept is stupid. I've never lost a lid when drinking juice, but, like, fucking... Okay, this is gonna sound gross, but, like, just bear with me on this. So, like, I drink juice right out of the container sometimes. I don't give a shit. If it's late at night and there's, like, the last little bit of juice in that bitch, I'm drinking that bitch right out of the fucking container. I don't give a shit. This is my fucking house. And so I'll fucking drink it. So last night, there was just a little bit of strawberry juice left, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking drink right from there. But do you know how hard it is to drink from the container when the fucking lid of the juice is still attached to the bitch? It's fucking hellscape. Why did they invent this? I'm gonna write a mean letter to the owners of Sunripe and be like, dear assholes at Sunripe, why did you make the lid be attached? It makes it harder when I just need a little sneaky drink from the fridge and I'm too lazy to get a glass. Fuck! Makes me mad. I just want to open my fridge, grab a thing from there, take a sneaky little drink, and then put it back or throw it away. I don't give a shit. Fuck. Anyway, that's my story of today. I hope you enjoy. We're just gonna wait till ads are done here, and then I will hydrate and snack and stuff. Okay, hold on. I just have to respond back to my fucking thing. Sorry, my car is going into the shop tomorrow, and I have to, like, for some reason, they're like, you have to confirm. It's dumb. Anyway, snack, stretch, hydrate. I'm doing it. All right, and now we will continue on with the murders. Well, we're off the murders now, but let's see who wins. It's your juice. Do what you want. I mean, I think it's more to discourage people to just chuck that lid somewhere when drinking it outside. I mean, I guess so, but it's a whole ass jug of juice. Like, it's 1 liter of juice. Morning, Wazzy. Morning, Ryura. It's hell. It's 10 in the morning. Why am I alive? Wazzy would freak out if she went to Germany. That's on all of our bottles here. Wait, what? What the fuck? Why? I have never in my history of drinking from bottles of juice or anything have I ever lost a lid unintentionally. If there is no lid on my drink, there's a reason for that. I didn't put one. This is why Capri Sun needs to come in a pouch. I love Capri Sun. God, I miss pouch drinks. Anyway. Not to be toddler coated, but sipping out of a little pouch is dope. Anyway. Jem rips a backpack out of Turtle Sage's hands. Phoenix Wolf snatches some arrows from the cornucopia. DVD Wing grabs a sickle and Crafty gets a slingshot. Josie the Froggy scores a bar mace from inside the cornucopia. Jesus Christ. Shenanigan grabs a sword. Bubby fights a jug full of fresh water. Gears takes a couple of explosives from near the cornucopia. Kais takes a long spear leaning on the cornucopia. Dual Tracks breaks Gray Graves' nose for a basket of bread. Jesus fuck! Like, I get it. I get that there's a food, so, like, there's SNAP benefits have been cut off in America, but goddamn, Dual Tracks. Oh, fuck, Gears has bombs. BMC runs away with a sword and some rope. Greg thinks about grabbing supplies, but decides to run for cover instead. Kakashi scares Big White Bear away from the cornucopia. Daisy runs away with a sword and some rope. Levi takes a handful of throwing knives from the ground and retreats. That one guy clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Adventure Tales finds a jug of fresh water. Miss XD grabs a trident and retreat. Jetpack J almost kills Miss XD with a throwing knife, but they miss. Ha! Jetpack J, you got no fucking game. Remember, this is an official message from the PR department. If you see people stealing, you know what the no the fuck you didn't. Exactly. If you see people stealing food, no the fuck you didn't. You shut your whore mouth. You see somebody with a handful of grapes in the grocery store? No, the fuck you didn't. Let that guy eat that grapes. That happened to me at the grocery store near me one day. I was in there and there was a woman and she was just eating a banana, but she was trying to do it real sneakily and fast. And then she looked at me and, like, you could see the fear in her eyes. And I was like, man, I'm just here touching these tomatoes trying to find a good one. Like, I don't give a shit. Girl, you look like you need that banana. You fucking eat that banana. I'm just here touching tomatoes. Don't mind me. Jet Black J still misses me, but their aim is getting better. Lycanthrope takes a couple of explosives from near the cornucopia. Dr. Cowbell snatches a bottle of alcohol and a blade. Strawberry scores a bar mace from inside the cornucopia. I don't know what a bar mace is. What's the difference between a regular mace? Is that just one that's, like, rectangular? My 200 ping improves my dodging ability. Banani and Pineapple Ryan share everything they gather before running. Butterfly System and Mark VD dash for the same bag of food of supplies. Mark VD gets scared and retreats. Dave snatches some arrows. Ash Bear gathers as much food as he can. Geeky Anime snatches a bottle of alcohol and a blade. Human Pinky and Jotio scares Jotio away from the cornucopia. Ice Wolf runs away with a sword and some rope. Fish with Knife snatches a bottle of alcohol and some blade. Sir Knight kindly breaks Dobby's nose for a basket of bread. Oh, poor Dobby. Miles runs into the cornucopia and hides from the others. Dr. Liam clutches a first aid kit and runs away. HP Office Jet Pro scares broken kidneys away from the cornucopia. Froggy grabs a backpack of supplies and retreats. Jelly Moth takes a couple of explosives from near the cornucopia. Hulk Hogan grabs a sword, brother. Lesbian Golf Mafia grabs a trident and some food and retreats. Corrales almost kills Lesbian Golf Mafia with a throwing knife, but they also miss. McWiggles grabs a trident and some food and retreats. Sanguine almost kills McWiggle with a throwing knife, but misses. Man, you all are bad shots out here. Dr. Liam stays at the cornucopia for resources. Ramen takes a handful of throwing knives from the ground and retreats. It's probably all the ones that people were throwing and missing. Potato stays at the cornucopia for its resources. Ballistic Beast finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Jimmy Memer grabs a trident and food and retreats. Rogue of Light almost kills Jimmy Memer with a throwing knife but misses. Lesbian Golf Mafia. That's not what it said, but I like it better. That's their actual name. It's Let's Go. I spelled it wrong, but it's supposed to be Let's Golf Mafia because I don't have enough room to put the whole name. So that's what happened. Ballistic Beast gets a backpack full of camping equipment. Jimmy Memer grabs a trident and food and retreats. Rogue of Light almost kills Jimmy Memer with throwing knife but misses. Char is in shock for a moment, but then retreats away from the cornucopia. Nocturnal Blade is in shock for a moment, but retreats. Baller gathers as much food as he can. Bits grabs a sword. Do not give Bits a fucking sword. Aquatic Wolf runs away with a sword and some rope. Dahlia finds a bag of food. Dinosaria grabs a sword. Wazzy grabs a sickle, and Golden John gets a slingshot. Almighty grabs a backpack, but it's not zipped, and most of the supplies fall out. Turanome is in shock for a moment, then retreats away. Ryura takes a spear, leaning on the cornucopia. Farlord snatches some arrows. Calico grabs a shield from the ground. Arcanine finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Soren takes explosives from near the cornucopia. Wormrack grabs a sickle, and Lunala grabs a slingshot. Dirtbones finds a bow and some arrows. Pinky breaks Yato's nose for a basket of bread. Crew needs some accuracy training. Jesus Christ. Is it Lesbian Golf Mafia, the plot of an anime? It is. That's what they're named after. That's their favorite anime. They used to be Icy Jane, but they changed their name to Lesbian Golf Mafia because they loved that anime. Rose Meadow thinks about grabbing supplies, but decides to run for cover instead. Pwoops dashes into a forest to avoid the bloodbath. Rage Star breaks Tinny's nose for a basket of bread. Steve is in shock for a moment. Pinecone grabs a backpack, but it's not zipped and all their supplies fall out. Kiwi and Nugget both go for the same axe. Kiwi gives up and retreats. Dumpling takes a couple of explosives from near the cornucopia. Oromoth scares Tequila away. Toxic Wolf and Sir K share everything they gather before running. Alaskan is in shock. Delta snatches some arrows. Sauce Boss stays at the cornucopia. Mysterious Phoenix and Slice of Coffee share everything. Huntress clutches the first aid and runs away. Eric and Kydra share everything before running away. Ouija scores a bar mace. Nick breaks Pissbag's nose for bread. Chris breaks Goose Rune's nose for bread. Valiant gets a bar mace. Donnie and Fresh share everything. Chaos Dragoon snatches a bottle of alcohol and a knife. Plague Doctor finds a jug full of fresh water. Robo Creeper dashes into the forest. Guzman gets a sword. Balthazar gets a bag of food. Ace finds a bow and some arrows. Legion takes a spear. Noah gets a couple of explosives. Breezy gets some arrows. Lava King thinks about getting supplies but runs away. J-Thought gets some arrows. Skipping Alarm gathers as much food. Madame Lucario and Jaded Umbreon both go for the same axe. Madame Lucario gives up and runs away. Aztec grabs a sickle and Maxi Boy gets a slingshot. DK finds a bag full of food. Blockhead takes a spear, and random NPC takes a handful of throwing knives from the ground as they retreat. The same throwing knives you guys have been throwing. Fuck you, Kiwi. I'm William Afton now. No, don't jinx me, chair lover. We are set. Everyone hydrates for once. I'm the plague doctor. I know what bad water looks like. I mean, I guess that's true. Ace goes, I'm still alive. Day one. That was just the cornucopia. Now we're on day one, everybody, and we've got some deaths going on. Jodio kills Kakashi for their medical supplies and food. You didn't make it very long, Kakashi. Rogue of Light easily dominates Sanguine, killing them. Damn, Sanguine, you got dominated. Valiant receives a bow and an arrow from a sponsor. Yay! Random NPC asks Sir Knight kindly to have mercy on them. Jose the Froggy rests in a ravine, finds comfort thinking of their father. Yato climbs up a tree to make a resting spot. Pineapple Ryan climbs up a tree to make a resting spot. Nick and Lesbian Golf Mafia create an alliance. And I'm fighting them at CWF. This will not stand. In a fight, right? Lunola and that one guy hunt for other tributes. Lava King and Oromoth create an alliance. Eric S. runs away from Turanome. Polypopsia scares Pinecone off into the distance. Nocturnal Blade climbs up a tree to make a resting spot. Huntress has a mild panic attack. Fresh receives a picture of his family from a sponsor. Fuck! Am I still alive? This is not correct. Because it's just day one. Jet Black J receives a picture of his family from a sponsor. Toxin receives a water spittle from a sponsor. Spittle. Spilly. What is this? Ah! A small wooden peg or spigot for stopping a cask. Broken Kidney searches for food. Steve is Dead makes a slingshot with materials they found on the ground. This game coincidentally will tell you how long you survived in the Middle Ages. Draconi Cat tends to Dumpling's wounds. Damn it, Dumpling! Quindex falls and scrapes his leg while running away from J. Thoughtizzle. Dave sees smoke rising in the distance and wonders who was responsible. Mysterious Phoenix dreams about home back at their district. Mark VD and Froggy work together for the day. Pissbag scares Breezy off into the distance. Pick of my family, so helpful, truly, I'll survive. Ice Wolf makes a wooden spear from tree branches. Dirt Bones is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Gem receives a bow and arrow from a sponsor. Ace, you could have got a bow and arrow, but instead you got this shitty picture of your family. I hope it's low res. Robo Creeper practices his knife throwing and archery. Good, somebody better. Jellymouth falls and scrapes his leg while running away from Big White Bear. Kydraman chases McWiggle. Raku searches for food. Miss XD picks non-poisonous fruit from a tree. I'm glad that they specified that. Toxic Wolf hides in a bush, terrified and scared. Dual Tracks tends to Shenanigans' wounds. BMC makes a wooden spear from tree branches. Gears discovers a hidden pathway. Ballistic Beast searches for water. Aquatic Wolf receives a healing ointment from a sponsor. Really makes those pictures of your family look shitty now, don't they? Black Century King and Fish with Knife hunt for other tributes. Sir Kunimut searches for water. Levi camouflages himself in a cave-type area. Calico, Dahlia, Miles, Tinny, and Swift Leader hunt for other tributes. Human Pinky receives medical supplies from a sponsor. Geeky Anime receives healing ointment from a sponsor. Boogie makes a wooden spear from tree branches. Baller practices his knife throwing and archery. Dr. Liam picks non-poisonous fruit from a tree. Bubby injures himself tripping over a log. Kiwi, Pinky, and Diana are attacked by a herd of vicious dogs. Jesus Christ! Whoopsie poopsies. Your dog! Oh, Matt has been subscribed for 55 years. Thank you. Not the dogs. Does your dog bite? Slice of Coffee and Chris hunt for other tributes. Wazzy tries to sleep in order to reduce stress. Holy shit, that is what I do. If you guys haven't had a 10-hour depression nap, there's something wrong with you. 10-hour depression naps are fucking incredible. My dog don't bite. Maxie Boy camouflages himself in a cave-type area. Bits sprains his ankle running away from tequila. Strawberry receives a picture of their family from the sponsor. Ash Bear is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Office Jet, Donnie, Turtle Sages, and Dobby hunt for other tributes. Look, Donnie and Dobby are working together. What? You see a dog and you have to try to pet it. I mean, that's fair, Sanguine. Sanguine is somebody who got bit by a dog earlier this year. It's not dope. I'm not jazzed about getting bit by a dog. It wasn't the best experience I've had. Nugget climbs up a tree to make a resting spot. Golden Wind John searches for water. Soren scares Alaskan into the distance. Char throws rocks at Crafty from a hiding spot in the tree. Damn, Char, you bitch! I did not expect Donnie and Dobby team up after what I did to Donnie. Get your dog! He don't bite! Yes, he do! Butterfly System steals food and water from Dinororia while he isn't looking. Kai's fishes in the water for some food. Hulk Hogan tries to kill a squirrel with an arrow. Sauce Boss, Adventurer Tail, Greg, Plague Dragon, Rosemeadow hunt for other tributes. Dr. Liam, Jimmy Memer, and Din Wiesel hunt for other tributes. Aztec receives medical supplies from a sponsor. I gotta draw 3 of us in those multiplayer bicycles getting chased by dogs now. Snake searches for water. Potato explores the area. Almighty wonders what Madame Lucario is up to. Blockhead and TK create an alliance. Chaos Dragoon picks non-poisonous fruit. Ace sings a song while searching for a food source. He finally finds some wild berries. Phoenix Wolf searches for food. Plague Doctor rests in a ravine and finds comfort thinking of their father. Psycho Arcanine discovers a hidden pathway. What if you hate your dad, though? Be like, man, I hate my dad. Also, since we're here, Cookie, Totodile, and Viking, if you 3 are still here, can you please give me a worm color and also a idea for what you want for your worms? You're seeing the worms kind of designed here. If you have an idea for your worm, let me know. If not, just tell me something you like and I'll kind of make it up from there. But you 3 do not have a worm, so just while you're still here, I should probably write it down.
I'm free.
So that I can make these. Anyway, Psycho Arcanine discovers a hidden pathway. Jaded Umbreon steals food and water from Wormrack while he isn't looking. Guzman questions his sanity, which is probably a good idea. Daisy dreams about back home in his district. Varlord is picked by thorns while picking berries. You haven't exploded yet. Ryura and Skipping Alarm split up in search of much-needed resources. Poop sprains their ankle running away from Goose Room. You want a reference? I can send you Discord if you need it. I mean, if you want to. I guess reddish-brown, very hairy, like a Viking helmet. Boom. Hairy, red-brown Viking helmet. Perfect. That's easy as shit. I love it. Ouija tries to sleep in order to reduce stress. Dr. Cowbell tries to kill a squirrel with an arrow. DVD, Corrales, Ramen, and Banani hunt for other tributes. I'm a simple squatch. Noah Hale and Balthazar create a fork out of sticks and leaves. Rage Star makes a wooden spear from the tree branches. Delta climbs a tree to make a resting spot. Legion, Lycanthrope, and Greygraves hunt for other tributes. And Wilkins practices his knife throwing and archery. People that are dead. We've got Lando, Luna, CFO, Kakashi, Sanguine, and Sourlad. All dead. Night 1. Uh-oh. DVD finds an injured Robo-Creeper, then puts him out of his misery. Ballistic Beast releases vicious animals onto shenanigans while sleeping. What the fuck, Ballistic? Ballistic has summoned the animals! Ballistic Beast releases vicious animals onto shenanigans while they are sleeping. Yeah, I live with a picture of my lame family. Big White Bear feeds Tinny an allergen, killing him. Jesus fuck, you guys! These are rude. Release the beasts. Oh, we got a gang murder. Dinoruria, Levi, Polypopsia, Wormrack, and Dr. Liam aggressively track down and kill Rage Star. We're part of crew. What do you expect from us? Holy shit, what did Rage do? I have no idea, but goddamn, you guys hunted him down. Jesus fuck. Murder. Murder. Could have just stabbed them, but no, I guess it's an art to them. Plague Doctor bleeds out from a wound they left mildly treated. You're not a very good Plague Doctor. Well, I guess you only clear... Plague Doctor only knows how to cure plagues, not fucking, like, broken legs. They've got a bone sticking out of their thigh, and they're just like, well... I guess I was not a very good doctor. Yeah, you can only cure plagues, not fucking bones sticking out of thighs. Kai's intentionally eats poisonous berries and dies in his sleep. Damn, suicide. Rosmeadow involuntarily passes out from sheer exhaustion. Char and Gears talk about the tributes past and still alive. That one guy leaves Butterfly System, Human Pinky, and Chaos Dracoon because he does not like their plan to kill people. Lesbian Golf Mafia and Ash Bear talk about the tributes past and still alive. Hulk Hogan questions his sanity. Am I sane, brother? Is Hulkamania gonna run wild on me?
You're not a real
Noah
person.
Hale, Quindex, and Crafty discuss the game plan for the morning. Dahlia convinces Dual Tracks to stand guard for the night while they sleep. Damn, Dahlia, fucking bullshit. Are you fairly here? No? If so, hi, I'm Wilkins. Do you like grilled cheese? Yes, hello, and yes. Nugget goes, do not agree with him, Viking.
You're not a real person.
Somebody ban Wilkins. Could somebody type Skibbity in chat before he could talk about ungrilled grilled cheese? Somebody ban Wilkins. I'll do it myself. Fuck it. Skibbity. I don't know how to... How do I spell it? Oh, fuck. Is he on Free Wilkins for a minute? He is on Free Wilkins. Son of a bitch. I'll do it myself. I'll do it myself. There. They're free. Wilkins lives. Do not listen to Wilkins. And I'm a known worm criminal. I'll do it manually if I have to. Anyway, HP Office receives medical supplies and nuts from an unknown sponsor. Listen, I'll heal you. And also, these nuts. Jose the Froggy sleeps in small increments, waking at every little noise. I think I untimed them out. Yeah, I untimed them out now. Good. Okay. Jem lets Ryura into his campsite. Oh, that's nice. Ramen and Grey Graves talk about the tributes past and still alive. Nocturnal Blade is repeatedly awoken by nightmares. Tequila and Dr. Liam tell stories about their district and lives to each other. Wilkins ain't done nothing wrong. You just don't want him to want the sandwich. You guys are, I just say you don't want the sandwich. You guys are making a big deal out of this.
You're not a real person.
Jimmy Memer cooks some squirrels and enjoys eating it more than he thought. Wilkins is repeatedly awoken by nightmares. Breezy falls asleep in a tree. Fish with Knife and Nugget hold hands and cry together. Aw, isn't that nice? Friendship. Blockhead huddles up next to the fire and cooks the meat he hunted earlier that day. Balthazar cooks some squirrels and enjoys eating them more than he thought. Dirtbone thinks about winning and what life would be like. Turtle Sages Gooseroon, Mark Venereal Disease, and Phoenix Wolf joke with each other. Soren, Lycanthrope, Nick Hale, and McWiggle also joke with each other. Fresh and Yato talk about the tributes. Guzman involuntarily passes out. Ace receives a hatchet and some water from an unknown sponsor. Calico tends to Din's wounds. Plump stays awake all night on pure adrenaline. Pinky begs for Kiwi to kill him. He refuses, keeping Pinky alive. Bits falls asleep, shivering in fear. Jade falls asleep to the sound of people screaming. I'm at school, Wasi. Why are you live? Because I'm streaming in the morning now for the benefit of those who want me to stream in the morning because of time zones, and also you guys earned it on Crewvember. We are 700 subs deep, so the goal was 50.
You're not a
So
real
we're here now.
person.
For the benefit of my Friday afternoons, Viking is ungrilling grilled cheese. No, you keep that grilled cheese grilled. See, Wilkins understands when you put Lipton onion soup packet in the cans of Lipton onion soup, the crock pot with meatballs, and let it cook. You season that bitch, and you eat it over potatoes. It's good. How do you ungrill a cheese? You put ice cubes in it. You wet your bread, essentially. Which is the opposite of Persona 3, Burn My Dread. Anyway, Lunala thinks about what winning and what life would be like. Madame Lucario and Sir Kunima tell stories about their districts and lives to each other. Draconic Cat falls asleep shivering from a fever. Ice Wolf, Toxic Wolf, Banani, and Dr. Cowbell joke with each other. 2 wolves! Inside you there are 2 wolves. They are making jokes. That's not ungrilled, that's just cold and sad. Steve cooks some squirrels and enjoys eating it more than he thought. Dave, Wazzy, and Swift Leader discuss a game plan for the morning. Ah, that's nice. Daisy involuntarily passes out from sheer exhaustion. Potato approaches Miss XD's campsite and asks to create an alliance. Pineapple Ryan, Terminum, and Huntress have deep conversations and discuss the challenges that will come the next morning. BMC begs Dobby to kill them. They refuse, keeping Dobby alive. Corrales questions their sanity. Sauce Boss is unable to start a fire and is extremely uncomfortable. Jodio and Cherry the Bard talk about tributes past and still alive. Jellymoth looks at the stars in the nights in the sky and wonder if it's real. Toxin falls asleep, shivering in fear. Donnie and Eric tell stories about their districts to each other. Sir Knight Kindly stays awake on pure adrenaline. Broken Kidney steals slice of coffee supplies while they're asleep. Too much sauce dripping into the fire. Give me this ungrilled grilled cheese. I am no coward. Listen, I'll eat anything, but I refuse to eat that. Alaskan attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful given the lack of materials available. Diana huddles up next to the fire and cooks the meat they hunted earlier that day. Almighty feels delirious and forgets where they is. Plague Doctor, Miles, and Valiant have deep conversation about and discussions deep conversations and discuss the challenges that will come the next morning. Chris attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Maxie Boy steals Legion supplies while they're asleep. Earlmoth leaves Ouija, Dumpy, and Psycho Arcanine because they do not like their plan to kill people. Pissbag and Century King talk about the tributes past is still alive. Random NPC sees a fire, but doesn't go near it. Jay Thought Izzle, Skipping Alarm, and Raku sing songs together, hoping for the best. Ah, that's so nice for Raku. He's dropping the beat. Telta receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Fire bad. Delta receives water from an unknown sponsor. Bubby thinks about winning and what life would be like. Lava King, Mysterious Phoenix, and Aquatic Wolf sing songs together, hoping for the best. Kydra falls asleep to the sound of people screaming. Strawberry begs for Snake to kill them. They refuse, keeping Strawberry alive. Adventure Tail huddles up next to a fire and cooks the meat they hunted earlier that day. Geeky Anime and Pinecone fall asleep holding hands. Aww. TK falls asleep shivering from a fever. Aztec tends to Farlord's wounds. Boogie begs Froggy to kill him, but they refuse, keeping Boogie alive. Honestly, I'm happy. I'm Ted. This place seems like a nightmare. I will not enjoy it, but I will finish it. Jet Black Jay cooks some squirrels and enjoys eating it more than they thought. Golden Wing John begs for Greg to kill him, but he refuses, keeping Golden Wing John alive. Rogue Way of Light climbs a tree to get some rest. Baller quietly hums in the night. Time for day 2 and more murder, everybody! Skipping alarm convinces Farlord not to kill him, but then he is able to kill him instead. Damn. Raku, Eric S, and Bits hunt down and kill Almighty. Jesus fuck! What did Almighty do? Damn, you guys! Banani unknowingly eats poisonous berries. God damn it, Banani. And that's all the deaths for today. Just 3 little deaths. Just 3 little deaths. Jem injures themselves tripping over a log. Lesbian golf mafia, Soren, Miles, and Toxin hunt for other tributes. TK begs for Quindex to kill him, but he refuses, keeping TK alive. Ryura sees poison fog, but manages to escape. Lucario and Guzman split up to search for resources. Ice Wolf throws rocks at Maxi Boy. Wormrack receives medical supplies. Calico falls and scrapes their leg while running away from Dirt Bones. Plague Dragon injures themselves, tripping over a log. Sir K begs Mysterious Phoenix to kill him, but Mysterious Phoenix refuses, keeping Sir K alive. Polypopsia practices their knife throwing and archery. Ballistic Beast wonders what Huntress is up to. Broken Kidney sprains his ankle while running away from Dinosaria. Ramen fishes in the water for some food. Valiant picks up non-poisonous fruit from a tree. Pinky searches for water. Nick explores the area. Breezy explores the arena. Aztec runs away from Cherry the Bard. Rogue of Light and Wazzy split up to search for needed resources. Fresh scares Mark VD into the distance. I'm just enjoying life and avoiding people. Hope I made alliance with Potato. Want to set that log on fire. McWiggles and Dahlia work together for the day. Legion receives a picture of his family from a sponsor. Alaskan makes a wooden spear from tree branches. Lycanthrope is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Greg rests in the ravine and finds comfort thinking of their father. Dr. Cowbell, Black Century King, Butterfly System, Ash Bear, and Dr. Liam hunt for other tributes. Rose Meadow dreams about back home in their district. Aquatic Wolf searches for water and firewood. HP Office Jet camouflages themselves in a cave. Noah Hale and Pineapple Ryan scares Pineapple Ryan off into the distance. Jay Thought asks Dragoon to have mercy on him. Jimmy sees smoke rising in the distance and wonders who's responsible. That one guy practices his knife throwing. Delta receives medical supplies from a sponsor. Gooseroon, Kydra, and Balthazar are attacked by a herd of vicious dogs. Those goddamn beasts that Ballistic Beast let out are fucking attacking everybody. Get your dogs! Turnip thinks about his family and starts crying. Steve is Dead throws rocks at Geeky Anime. What a bully. Pissbag, Blockhead, Dave, Dr. Liam, and Toxic Wolf hunt for other tributes. Big White Bear chases Crafty. Hulk Hogan sings songs while searching for a food source. He finds some wild berries. Turtle Sages, Sauce Moth, Jelly Moth, and Draconi Cat raid Ace's camp while he's away. Ha! Ace, we steal all your shit! Greg Graves makes a wooden spear from tree branches. Aura Moth discovers a water site. Those damn dogs. Gear sees smoke rising in the distance and wonders who's responsible. BMC searches for water. Fish with Knife begs Potato to kill him, but he refuses, keeping Fish with Knife alive. Swift Leader sees a poison fog but manages to escape. Dobby tries to kill a squirrel with an arrow. Phoenix Wolf dreams about back home in their district. Baller camouflages themselves in a cave-type area. Jet Black Jay wonders what Lava King is up to. Salute for Ace. No, we're stealing his shit. I wasn't in on it, but man. Joke's on you, all my bases is pictures of my family. Snake receives medical supplies from a sponsor. Donnie and Diana split up in search of much-needed resources. Nocturnal Blade dreams about back home at his district. Hey, Lampy, do you want a worm? After this, I'm going to be drawing some much-needed worms for crew members who show up from time to time. Do you want a worm, Lampy? I don't know if you're into that, but... Ace deserved it. Psycho-Arcanine picks non-poisonous fruit from a tree. Dualtrax receives a bow and arrow from a sponsor. Corrales receives a water spike. I do not know how to say this word. Who's smarter than me? Can somebody who's smarter than me tell me how to say this word? Water spile. Spile. I feel like it's spile. I'm gonna... Okay. I know what it is. I need to know how to pronounce it. Help me, Google.
Spile. Spile.
Spile. Spile. Spile. Spile. Spile. Okay. Spile. From a sponsor. I'm surprised I haven't killed anyone. I have no idea what a spile is. It's a thing you could put it in a tree and then, like, turn it and, like, you get water from it or some shit. It's like a water getting advice thing. Like, you stick it in things. Like, look, here. This is what it is. This is it. You stick it in a tree. And then you get shit coming out. It's used for getting maple. I know this as a Canadian. Lampy, what color do you want your math? And what... Lampy, what color do you want your worm? And, like, what features do you want it to have? Or do you just want it to be like your avatar? It'll be a worm on a string, but like your avatar. Corrales receives a water spile from a sponsor. Dumpling receives healthy fruit from a sponsor. No fucking McDonald's! You have McDonald's at home, Dumpling! Whoops wonders what Josie the Froggy is up to. Bubby and random NPC split up in search of resources. Just like my avatar's fine. Damn. Avatar done. Okay, I wrote that down. I will remember these things as I wrote them down. Ouija is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Nugget and Adventurer Tail are working together for the day. Charles rests in a ravine and finds comfort thinking of their shitty dad. We'll have 2 moths. We technically have 3 moths because Oro Moth is also a worm. So, Daisy and tends to Joe Dio's wounds. Levi rests in a ravine and finds comfort thinking of their father. Human Pinky climbs up a tree to make a resting spot. Froggy fishes from the water for some food. Sir Night Kindly has a mild panic attack. Jade overhears Yato and Miss XD talking in the distance. Din Weasel explores the arena. Golden Wind John and Wilkins create a fort out of sticks and leaves. Chris climbs a tree to make a resting spot. Lunala chases Tequila. Pinecone sprains his ankle while running away from Strawberry. Slice of Coffee, DVD Wing, and Kiwi are attacked by a herd of vicious dogs. Ballistic Beast, get your fucking dogs in order! Jesus Christ! Boogie thinks about his family and starts crying. Who's dead currently is Rage Star, Banani, Farlord, Lando, Tinny, CFO, Shenanigans, Kai's, Plague Doctor Almighty, Sour Lad, Robo Creeper, Kakashi Sanguine, and Luna M. They are all dead. Everybody else is still alive for now. But here we go into night 2 to see who's gonna live. Put the dogs down there, Rabbit. Get your dog. All right, well, Dirtbones accidentally slips on a rock and tumbles down a cliff and is now dead. So Dirtbones is dead. Polypopsia dies in their sleep from a deadly infection. God damn it, Polypopsia. And that's the only 2 deaths. Nobody killed anybody. It was all self-inflicted deaths tonight.
Hey, yo, what the?
It's a dog-eat crew world. Keep those beasts coming. Rose Meadow receives medical supplies and nuts from an unknown sponsor. Boogie Swift Leader and Dumpling discuss a game plan. Steve cooks some squirrels and enjoys eating them more than he thought. How am I not dead yet? What the fuck? This is not lore accurate. The Donnie and Dobby brothers live. Dual Tracks receives matches from an unknown sponsor. Snake receives matches from an unknown sponsor. Corrales, Cherry the Bard, and Alaskan sing songs together, hoping for the best. Wormrack falls asleep in a tree. TK leaves Aztec, Dinosaria, and Aquatic Wolf because he does not like their plan to kill people. Gooseroon sets up camp for the night. Broken Kidneys leaves Lava King, Skipping Alarm, and Pinky because they don't like their plan to kill people. Black Century King tries to sing himself to sleep. Chodeo starts a campfire with materials on the ground. Ace attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful, given the lack of materials. Oh, because you guys raided their camp, and now they have nothing. Still haven't killed anyone. The bloodlust must be satisfied. Bits and Ramen decide to make a peace treaty and make it through the night. Ah, that's so lore accurate. Chard feels delirious and forgets where they is. Huntress, Toxic Wolf, and Raku sleep in shifts, hoping the other will not betray them. Baller, Greygraves, and Breezy discuss a game plan for the morning. Lycanthrope, Dr. Cowbell, and Dr. Cowbell hold hands together. Delta, Sauceboss, and Jade sing songs together, hoping for the best. That one guy, Diana and Calico, discuss a game plan for the morning. Bubby thinks about his family. Legion sees a fire but stays in place. Dave, Turtle Sages, and Fish with Knife discuss a game plan. Crafty leaves Rogue with Light, Froggy, and Gooseman because they do not like their plan to kill more people. Geeky receives a hatchet and water from an unknown sponsor. Is that me or is that someone else named Char? No, that's you, Char. That's you. This is the Crew Hunger Games. This is every worm that is available is in the Hunger Games, and we're going to see who wins. I love doing these. I know they take long, but goddamn do I love putting you guys in situations where you may or may not die. One of you will win. We don't know who. There's like fucking 78 worms. Jellymoth tries to treat his infection with the water and grass. Yato and Ballistic Beast sleep in shifts, placing trust in each other. Yeah, I bet Yato's like, you better fucking control your goddamn dogs. Ouija feels delirious and forgets where they is. Plague Dragon wounds Daisy in a confrontation, but spares their life. Nugget receives an iPad from an unknown sponsor. What the fuck? What is that gonna help in the Hunger Games? Enjoy your fucking iPad, Nugget! Also, you know what? It's my first Friday. Oh, shit. Sorry, I closed the thing I was looking at. I need an actual window over here. You know what we haven't done in a minute? Crew. We haven't done a little. It's Crewvember. It is the month in which you know, you guys get shit. Like it's a celebration of all of us together. So you know what we haven't done in a minute, and I'm setting up right now in the background. Let's do a little giveaway. Let's do a little giveaway, crew. Through my shop fourth wall, we're going to be giving away one whole holographic Greg sticker. You see this? Do you see this beautiful Greg sticker right here? It could be yours. It could be yours. You could win this for free right now. You don't even have to, like, give your address to me or some other shitty person. You just gotta give it to me. Or give it to my website. You could get a Greg sticker right now. I'm going to set it up by typing !Greg in the next 10 minutes. You know what? I'll do 15. I'll do 15 minutes. In the next 15 minutes, starting now. Oh, fuck. Hold on. I gotta name it. Greg sticker giveaway. Fuck, I forgot. I always got to name them. All right, here's a Greg sticker giveaway. Starting now. If you put !Greg in, you will get it. !Greg, everybody. It's no cost to you. You literally will just go to my fourth wall website, tell them where they're sending it, and they will send you a holographic Greg sticker. Just for you to do whatever you want with. Put it on your phone. Put it on your desk. Don't use it at all because you're too scared to use it because it's so shiny and nice. Anyway, Nugget with their iPad.
Kawaii.
Jade Thought is repeatedly awoken by nightmares. Hulk Hogan receives a gourmet 5-course meal from an unknown sponsor. But who is Greg? Greg is our mascot. Greg is the worm. The first crew worm that started all of this. Greg is our boy. Greg. If you see the animations, Greg is always the one that's in my hair. He's the one that's in all the emotes. He's our mascot. He's the word. He's if we don't have a it when you don't have a worm, you are represented by Greg. When you do have a worm, and I'm talking about all of you guys, you are represented by Greg. Don't forget exclamation Greg, everybody. Put that in the next 13 minutes to for things. Let's get pregnant. Exactly. Well, there goes Wilkins. Armoth sees a fire but stays in place. Golden Wing John falls asleep in a tree. Soren huddles up next to a fire and cooks the meat to be hunted earlier that day. Greg is our father. Greg. Yes, Greg. Jose the Froggy, or sorry, Jose. It's Josie, but I always fuck it up and say Jose. Josie the Froggy receives a hatchet and water from unknown sponsor. Chris and Ash Bear hold hands and cry together. Adventurer Tale approaches Valiant's campsite and asks to create an alliance. Random NPC and Poops fall asleep holding hands. Aww. Pissbag is unable to start a fire and is extremely uncomfortable. Wazzy wounds Tequila in a confrontation but spares their life. Good job, me. Good fucking job, me. Oh, I gotta swap my outfit. Let's see. What do I want to swap into? Let's go one of the new ones. Pow! No, I don't like that one. That one's done bad. Oh, well, I guess we're sticking with this one. All right. Kydra Man questions his sanity. Miss XD tries to sing himself to sleep. Mysterious Phoenix, Dahlia, Sir Kunimut, and Maxi Boy joke with each other. I shall return. I have to obtain chicken. Which one of you wants to get pregnant? God damn it. Oh, so hi, BP. How are you? Jetpack Jay climbs a tree and tries to get some rest. Dr. Liam, Ice Wolf, and Nick Hale have a deep conversation and discuss the challenges that will come the next morning. Donnie and Office Jet run into Wilkins, Big White Bear, and Miles and make temporary peace. Sir Knight kindly looks at the night stars in the sky and wonders if it's real. Psycho Arcanine sees a fire but stays in place. Fucking Miss XD going to sleep? Impossible. Hey, don't start. Kydra will show up. Hell yeah, I'm a part of the team. Gears convinces Blockhead to stand guard for the night while he sleeps. Phoenix Wolf and Greg create a fort in the night. DVD Wing receives a hatchet from and water from an unknown sponsor. Remember, everybody, you've still got 10 minutes to put in exclamation Greg to win that Greg sticker for free. Nocturnal Blade thinks about winning and what life would be like. Pinecone sets up camp for the night. Butterfly System is repeatedly awoken by nightmares. Lunala begins to cry. Din Beazle falls asleep in a tree. Madame Lucario steals Dabby's supplies while they is asleep. Levi, Potato, and Strawberry sleep in shifts, hoping the other two do not betray them. Mark huddles up next to a fire and cooks the meat they hunted earlier that day. Ryan questions his sanity. Cat involuntarily passes out. Turanome and Dr. Liam run into Jem, Jimmy Memer, and Lesbian Golf Mafia and make temporary peace. Quindex receives fresh food and materials from an unknown sponsor. Eric huddles up next to a fire and cooks the meat he hunted earlier that day. McWiggle tries to sing himself to sleep. Balthazar and Noah Hale huddle together for warmth and love. Oh, ho, ho. We're huddling together for love, are we? Do you think love can bloom on the Hunger Games? Wait, wasn't that what the first book was about anyway? Wasn't the whole first book like two dudes fighting for the same bitch? I can't remember. I know I read them. Anyway, Kiwi receives a gourmet 5-course meal from an unknown sponsor. Chaos Dragoon falls asleep in a tree. Fresh convinces Ryura to stand guard for the night while they sleep. Damn! Slice of Coffee falls asleep shivering from a fever. I actually believe this because Ryura is a very nice individual. So I can believe Fresh was just like, hey, Ryura, you want to stay up all night while I sleep? And Ryura is like, sure, I can do that. BMC and Human Pinky sleep in shifts, placing full trust in the other. Toxin begins to cry. There we go, everybody. The people with death counts are Dinororia, Big White Bear, Wormrack, DVD Wing, Bits, Boogie, Eric, Plague Dragon, Jodio, Ballistic Beast, Raku, Rogway, Dr. Liam, Skipping Alarm, Cherry the Bard, Levi, and those are the ones that have killed people. All right, day 3. Let's see who dies. Ash Bear sees Chris and Dr. Cowbell in broken kidneys. He tries to trap them and ends up only killing broken kidneys. Oh, kidneys, no! I haven't killed anyone. I'm being a pacifist until I die. Jet Black J is unable to convince Wilkins not to kill him during their altercation. Well, Wilkins killed Jet Black J. Potato sees smoke in the distance and wonders who's responsible. Pinecone climbs up a tree. Alaskan scares Aztec. Ramen and Bubby split up in search of much-needed resources. Mark VD tries to kill Maxi Boy, but he escapes. Ace explores the arena. Valiant explores. Grey Graves sees poison fog, but manages to escape. Death by ungrilled grilled cheese. Rip broken kidneys. Those kidneys just weren't fit for survival. Rogway tries to kill Raku, but he's able to escape. Jellymouth, Yato, Madame Lucario, Pinky, and Phoenix Wolf hunt for other tributes. Jem searches for water. Jose the Froggy makes a slingshot with materials on the ground. Human Pinky is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Legion constructs a shelter with sticks and grass. Dave scares Breezy off into the distance. Sir Knight kindly injures himself tripping over a log. Skipping Alarm fishes in the water for some food. Wormrack and Ice Wolf create a fort out of sticks and leaves. Miles scares Huntress. DVD Wing receives a picture of his family. Vin Diesel sees smoke rising in the distance and wonders what's going on. Corrales tries to kill a squirrel. Pissbag receives medical supplies from a sponsor. Snake dreams about home. But they just got one. Dobby fishes in the water. Sauce Boss searches for food. Nocturnal Blade constructs a shelter with sticks and grass. Toxin tries to kill a squirrel with an arrow. Quindex has a mild Panadeca. I am hunting the group's healer, smashing pumpkins into small pies of putrid debris. Imagine being killed by Wilkins. That's got to be a skill issue. Cherry the Bard receives a picture of their family. Eric sings a song while searching for a food source. They find some wild berries. Kiwi searches for water and firewood. Miss XD runs away from Soren. Dual Tracks and Boogie create an alliance. Wazzy asks Gears to have mercy on them. Froggy tries to sleep in order to reduce stress. Aramoth injures himself tripping over a log. Also, you wouldn't hurt a little guy. I'm just a little guy. Also, good trick or treat. You got a penny. They're not making them anymore, I think. Canada got rid of them a long time ago, but from what Froggy told me, you guys are getting rid of them too. I'll burn everything now. Wazzy almost died to Gears. Nugget and Kydra create a fort out of sticks and leaves. BMC hides in a bush, terrified and scared. Toxic Wolf explores. Poops, J-Thought, Levi, Gooserun, and TK hunt for other tributes. Dr. Liam, Rose Meadow, and Noah Hale are attacked by a herd of vicious dogs. Get your fucking dogs, Ballistic! Big White Bear falls and scrapes his leg while running away from Turno. Guzman receives a bow and arrow. Fresh and Swift Leader create a fort out of sticks and leaves. Dolly explores the arena. Strawberry and Lesbian Golf Mafia scares Lesbian Golf Mafia into the distance. Shimmy Memer overhears Black Century King and Sir Kunimut talking in the distance. Cat and Hulk Hogan create an alliance. Bits receives a picture of their family from a sponsor. Dr. Liam and Calico split up in search of much-needed resources. Pineapple Ryan scares Lunala off into the distance. Nick sings a song while searching for a food source. He finds some wild berries. Ballistic Beast steals some food and water from Ouija while he isn't looking. Chaos Dragoon receives a bow and arrow. Lava King searches for food. That one guy and Aquatic Wolf hunt for other tributes. Slice of Coffee, Greg, and Random NPC hunt for other tributes. Jade explores the arena. Dumpling practices their knife throwing and archery. Lycanthrope explores. Mysterious Phoenix sees poison fog but manages to escape. Plague Dragon searches for food. HB Office Jet searches for water. Donnie, Crafty, and Geeky Anime are attacked by a herd of vicious dogs. Get your fucking dogs! Golden Wind John receives medical supplies. Sarko Arcanine receives a water spile from a sponsor. Fish with Knife camouflages themselves in a cave-type area. Diana asks Adventurer Tail to have mercy on them. Ryura runs away from Delta. Butterfly System tries to sleep in order to reduce stress. McWiggle runs away from Dinororia. Daisy receives a picture of their family. Blockhead Char, Steve is dead, Baller, and Tequila hunt for other tributes. Balthazar receives a picture of their family. Jodio sees a smoke ring in the distance and wonders who's responsible, and Turtle Sages receives a water spile. All right, here we go. Night 3, everybody. Here we go. It's sleepy time. It's bad sleepy time for some of us. Also, you have 3 minutes left to enter the giveaway. 3 minutes, motherfuckers, and then we'll see who wins a holographic Greg Worm. Terranome and Toxin spot and kill Toxic Wolf. Swift Leader spears Lava King in the back with a trident. Jesus Christ, Swift Leader, where did you get a trident? Ice Wolf dies from lack of substantial water and food. Sir Kunima bashes Ace's head in with a mace. You're not alive anymore, Ace. My teammate's still alive, right? I don't know who your teammate was. I'm going to be honest, I did these randomly. Eric tends to his wounds and with leaves and water. Char and Alaskan create a fort for the night. Tequila involuntarily passes out from sheer exhaustion. Chris attempts to start a fire but can't due to the lack of materials. That one guy, Blockhead, and Steve sing songs together hoping for the best. Ouija cooks some squirrels and enjoys eating them more than they thought. Wazzy tries to treat their infection with water and grass. I have an infection? Fuck. Dahlia tends to their wounds with leaves and water. Nick and Delta talk about tributes, past and still alive. Butterfly System starts a campfire with materials on the ground. DVD Wing steals Golden Wind John's supplies while he's asleep. Robin attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful given the lack of materials. Was he still alive? Sus. What are you talking about, Legion? I'm doing great. Psycho Arcanine, Balthazar, and Jewel Thief Dave sing songs together hoping for the best. We have gone on ads, so I'm going to take a minute to not talk, just for those with the benefit of no sub. I don't got no sub. I am stuck in commercials like a plub. So I'm gonna talk about this. According to all known laws of physics, the Buster Sword should not be able to be used. Its hilt is too small and its blade too big to be able to swing through the air. The Buster Sword does not care about what humans think. Also, we've got 50 seconds for this giveaway, so the giveaway is unfortunately going to happen while the
You're
ads
not
are
a
going.
real
But we'll just
person.
congratulate the person anyway. Since we are on ads, why don't you explain? Why don't I explain why you guys should eat ungrilled grilled cheese? No, you should not. Soon it'll be my turn to suffer the ads. I'm gonna drown myself if I hear the Buster Sword thing again. No, you love it. You love the Buster Sword B movie. Anyway, 24 seconds till our winner, everybody. So what's going to happen is it's going to announce the winner, and then I'm going to give that winner a very suspicious link, and they're going to click on it, and that's how they will redeem it. So here we go, everybody. Someone should rewrite the entire B movie script with just the bees all being about the Buster Sword. And our winner is Diana! You've done it, Diana. You've won. Diana, you've done it. You've won. Let me look here. Fuck, Diana, what is your fucking username? God. Diana, are you even on the Discord? I don't think you are. Fuck it, I'll just do it here. Diana! A thing is about to happen. live. Diana, I'm about to message you on twitch.tv.com. You will look at your twitch.tv.com right now. And what's about to happen is there's a whisper system. There's a whisper system in twitch.tv.com. And you're gonna see that you're gonna get a little notification. It's me. I have sent you a suspicious link that starts with toxicure-shop.fourthwall.com slash gifts slash the rest of it. Click that link and do whatever the fuck it tells you to do. I don't actually know what it says to do, but do that thing, and then you get a free Greg sticker. So just do that thing. Anyway, where were we? Robin attempts to start a fire but has no supplies. Arcanine, Balthazar, and Dave sing songs together. Diana and Jade create a fort for the night. Oromoth receives fresh food and materials from an unknown sponsor. Sir Knight Kindly receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Levi huddles up next to a fire and cooks the meat he hunted earlier that day. Wilkins, McWiggles, and random NPC discuss a game plan for the morning. I'm gonna get food. Oh, Greek on Discord and Roman on Twitch. Legit nameplay. Oh, yeah, I see it. Oh, I see. A grilled good cheese also tastes delicious. It's very customizable to your preferences. Wilkins, I'm gonna ban you. Aztec tries to sing himself to sleep. Ryu receives an iPad from an unknown sponsor. Raku receives medical supplies and nuts from an unknown sponsor. Gem quietly hums in the night. TK Sleep and Miss XT talk about tributes past and alive. Maxi Boy, Lunala, and Daisy have a deep conversation to discuss the challenges that will come the next morning. Poops receives an iPad. Fucking iPad, baby. Guzman sets up camp for the night. Pinecone cries himself to sleep. Mark VD tries to sing himself to sleep. BMC attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Donnie huddles up next to a fire and cooks the meat they hunted earlier that day. Ashbear is repeatedly awoken by nightmares. Greg sees a fire but stays in place. Nocturnal Blade thinks about their family. Aquatic Wolf sets up camp. Sauce Boss cries himself to sleep. Lesbian Golf Mafia passes out from sheer exhaustion. Dual Tracks is unable to start a fire and is extremely uncomfortable. Gears falls asleep in a tree. Noah Hale falls asleep shivering from a fever. Black Century King and Snake decide to make a peace treaty to make it through the night. Calico thinks about their family. Potato and Mysterious Phoenix hold hands and cry together. Rose Meadow and Crafty talk about the multiple tributes, past and still alive. Quindex, Grey Graves, Wormwreck, Jimmy Memer, and Huntress make temporary peace. Phoenix Wolves climbs a tree to get some rest. Baller, Bubby, and Dumpling discuss a game plan for the morning. Joe Dio tries to treat their infection with water and grass. Draconicac begs Dinweasel to kill them. They refuse, keeping Cat alive. Miles receives matches from an unknown sponsor. Ballistic goes, me, worm of the minute. You are the worm of the minute. Get your dogs under control. Oh, yeah, for those of you getting your worms today, or later today, actually, you will then be put into the worm of the minute, and you can get deep fried, like what's happening right now. Can you die from dysentery in this? You can die from a lack of food and water. Also, somebody could fall out of a tree and kill you with their fat ass. Dinosaur falls asleep to the sound of people screaming. Pinky begs for Dobby to kill them, but they refuse, keeping Pinky alive. Sherry the Bard, Dr. Liam, and an HPP office jet sleep in shifts, each hoping the other do not betray them. Dr. Cowbell thinks about winning. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. I've been deep fried before. It's unpleasant. Jesus Christ. That's bad. Death by fat ass sounds like the perfect death.
Watch your profanity.
Strawberry begs for human Pinky to kill them, but they refuse, keeping Strawberry alive. Adventurer Tail sees a fire but stays in place. Legion falls asleep in a tree. Kydra stays awake all night on pure adrenaline. Chaos Dragoon and Storin tell stories about their districts to each other. Skipping Alarm receives an iPad from an unknown sponsor. Fucking iPad babies. Are you okay, bro? No. Crew, can you just go? Do we need to do the bet where I bet you guys a whole week? You guys got to go uninjured for 1 whole week. We're learning about you, Viking. Pineapple Ryan thinks about winning and what life would be like. Big White Bear wounds geeky anime in a confrontation but spares their life. Dr. Liam is woken by nightmares. Boogie lets Madame Lucario into their campsite. Plague Dragon convinces Pissbag to snuggle with them for the night. Kiwi sets a campfire with materials on the ground. Hulk Hogan wounds Goose Rune in a confrontation but spares their life. Valiant sees a fire but stays in place. Rugway sets up camp for the night. Slice of Coffee falls asleep in a tree. Lycanthrope stays awake all night on pure adrenaline. Fish with Knife and Josie the Froggy create a fort in the night. Nugget involuntarily passes out from sheer exhaustion. Breezy and Jelly Moth fall asleep holding hands. Yato is unable to start a fire and is extremely uncomfortable. We'd lose because of Kakashi. Remembers the time when Matt fell out of a tree and crushed someone with his booty? I have lived a storied life. Death by booty is not a bad death, smothered by that ass. Why is that canon to me, though? Yato, Froggy and Turtle Sages talk about tributes, past is still alive. Ballistic Beast receives fresh food and materials from an unknown sponsor. Bits and Fresh create a fort. Jay Thoughtizzle thinks about his family. Day 4, everybody! Give it up for Day 4! Phoenix Wolf severely slices Let's Go Mafia, or, fucking lesbian golf mafia with a sword. Jesus Christ! Nugget suffers from sleep deprivation even in the Hunger Games. Oh, Jellymoth holding hands is not random. Ballistic's dead. The beast is dead. Yay. Yes, kill. I'm going to send that image to Jellymoth and Breezy holding hands. He's going to be very upset. Guzman and Nick Hale betray Ballistic Beast with the aid of a rope. Oh my god, they fell down a hill. Oromoth poisons Slice of Coffee's drink, but Slice of Coffee knowingly switched their drink, and Oromoth dies. Skipping Alarm dies of dysentery. I was wrong. I'm sorry. You can actually die of dysentery. My apologies. Holy fuck. I'm sorry, Legion. You can actually die of dysentery. Skipping Alarm shat themselves to death. Legion tries to sleep in order to reduce stress. Maxie Boy has a mild panic attack. Calico overhears Dumpling and Char talking in the distance. Goose Room receives healing ointment. Psycho Arcanine is pricked by thorns. Dahlia throws rocks at Whoops from a hiding spot. Jimmy Memer wonders what Fish with Knife is up to. Geeky Anime receives medical supplies from a sponsor. Rogway runs away from Wilkins. Snake constructs a shelter with sticks and grass. McWiggles tends to Noah's wounds. Nugget, Chaos Dragoon, and Tequila hunt for other tributes. Actually, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to actually try to zoom this in even more. Oh, fuck, I just moved something I didn't want to move. I don't know what it was. I'm going to try to zoom this in even more so that you guys can't see what's coming up, kind of thing. There we go. Oh. Nugget, Chaos Dragoon, and Tequila hunt for other tributes. Mysterious Phoenix and Cherry the Bard split up in search of much-needed resources. Kiwi makes a slingshot with materials they found on the ground. Fresh camouflages himself in a cave-type area. Dobby explores the arena. Big White Bear, Adventure Tail, and Black Century King are attacked by vicious dogs. Ballistic Beast may be dead, but their dogs are still out here killing people. Rose Meadow sees Poison Frog, but manages to escape.
You're not a real person.
Random NPC and Aquatic Wolf work together for the day. How the fuck is Soren still alive? Turtle Sages tends to Sir Kunimut's wounds. Quindex receives a bow and arrow from a sponsor. Pineapple Ryan thinks about their family and starts crying. Blockhead injures themselves tripping over a log. Human Pinky searches for water. Toxin sees smoke rising in the distance and wonders who's responsible. Mark VD searches for water. Nocturnal Blade thinks about their family and starts crying. Ash Bear, Alaskan, and Aztec are attacked by a herd of vicious dogs. Levi and Donnie create an alliance. Miss XD scares Wormrack into the distance. Rocket climbs a tree and makes a resting spot. Breezy scares HP Office Jet into the distance. Dual Tracks questions his sanity. Hydra tries to sleep in order to reduce stress. Daisy receives medical supplies from a sponsor. Sauce Boss, DVD Wing, Butterfly System, and Ramen all hunt for other tributes. Bubby and Lunala make a fort out of sticks and leaves. Ryura picks non-poisonous fruit from a tree. Turanome explores the arena. Valiant receives healthy food from a sponsor. Corellis steals food and water from Hulk Hogan while he isn't looking. Greg makes a wooden spear from tree branches. Sir Knight kindly sees poison fog, but is able to escape. Hello, Chick-fil-Wow. Fuck, I'm gonna fuck that up. Chick-fil-Wow. I'm doing the Hunger Games with Crew. That's right, everybody who's got a crew worm. They're in the Hunger Games. I like how this game makes an effort to state the fruit as being non-poisonous. If anyone's doing bingo, you can mark the thing now. BMC discovers a hidden pathway. Potato rests in a ravine and finds comfort thinking of his or her father. Gem rests in a ravine, finds comfort thinking of their father. Crafty practices their knife throwing and archery. Wazzy defeats Huntress in a fight but spares their life. Dinoruria thinks about their family and starts crying. Jellymoth overhears Pinky and Chris talking in the distance. Pinecone, Din, Yato, Boogie, and Baller hunt for other tributes. Lucario asks Luigi to have mercy. Gears discovers a hidden pathway. Soren, TK Sleeps, and Plague Dragon hunt for other tributes. How many people are left? A lot. This is going to be a long stream, everyone. I hope you're ready. Swift Leader throws rocks at Strawberry from a hiding spot. Jade and Pissbag create an alliance. Dave falls and scrapes his leg while running away from John. Dr. Liam attends to Miles' wound. Wait a minute. Did I fuck up and put 2 Dr. Liams in here? Did I fuck this up? Also, I found out what layer I moved and I didn't want to. There we go. I fixed it. Well, fuck. Listen, I can only do so much. I fucked it up. Fucking Viking, just pretend you're one of the Dr. Liams. Plus, I gave Dr. Liam an extra life. That's okay. We're here now. The glitch in the Matrix. Well, time to shoot one of them. Dr. Liam tends to Miles' wounds. Dr. Liam sees Diana, but decides to stay quiet and let them pass. Balthazar and Jodio create an alliance. Jay Thought Izzle fishes in the water for some food. Steve is Dead camouflages himself in a cave-type area. Lycanthrope and Grey Graves create an alliance. Froggy wonders what Bits is up to. Probably nothing fucking good. Draconi Cat tries to kill a squirrel with an arrow. I think that one of the Dr. Liams has a space in the name. One does! Viking, which one do you want to be? Do you want to be the Dr. Liam with a space or the Dr. Liam without a space? We'll just pretend that's Viking. Little do they know about the third Dr. Liam. Anyway, Jay Thought Izzle fishes the water and some food. Steve camouflages himself in an area. No space, you got it. Lycanthrope and Grey Graves create an alliance. Froggy wonders what Bits is up to. Draconi Cat tries to kill a squirrel with an arrow. Delta receives healthy food from a sponsor. Eric begs that one guy to kill him, but he refuses, keeping Eric alive. Dr. Cowbell fishes in the water for some food. And Jose the Froggy camouflages himself in a cave-type area. The people that are dead are Farlord, Ice Wolf, Shenanigans, Jetblack J, Kakashi, Luna, Sourlad, Ace, Kais, CFO, Lava King, Almighty, Lando, Banani, Plague Doctor, Broken Kidneys, Ballistic Beast, Robo Creeper, Skipping Alarm, Dirt Bones, Toxic Wolf, Rage Star, Tinny, Lesbian Golf Mafia, Sanguine, and Polypopsia. Night 4, everybody. Night 4. Now watch, I'll be the first to die next day. We'll find out. Baller accidentally walks over a landmine. Dobby releases vicious animals onto Madame Lucario while they are sleeping. Jesus Christ! Get those wolves under control! Dobby has the wolves. Haha, bloodless. Char convinces Jose the Froggy to not kill him, but then he's able to kill him instead. Damn, Char. Psycho Arcanine chases Pissbag for over a mile before making the kill. Lunala repeatedly stabs Geeky Anime to death with a katana. Jesus Christ! Delta feels delirious and forgets where they are. Random is repeatedly awoken by nightmares. Valiant thinks about their family. Big White Bear stays awake all night on pure adrenaline. Corrales wounds Dr. Cowbell but spares their life. Sir K begins to cry. Breezy treats their infection with water and grass. Levi wounds Ash Bear in a confrontation but spares their life. Poops and Adventure Tail run into Dragoni Cat, Turanome, and Jathoth Izzle. They make temporary peace. Kiwi receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Sir Knight kindly tends to Slates of Coffee's wounds. Nugget and Pineapple Ryan make a peace treaty to make it through the night. Huntress sets up camp. Sauce Boss and Yato decide to make a peace treaty to get through the night. DVD Wing tries to sing himself to sleep. Dahlia convinces Froggy to stand guard for the night while they sleep. This is the second time Dahlia's done this. This is the second time Dahlia's convinced somebody else to stay awake while they sleep. Someone released the dogs in chat. How come I didn't kill anyone yet? Why am I being such a pacifist? Because you guys are. It's AI. I don't control it. This is what AI was made for, not stealing art and boiling down dungeons. Dave falls asleep on the ground to the sound of people sleeping. Turtle Sages leaves BMC, Jellymoth, and Mark because he does not like their plan to kill people. Raku approaches Miss XD's campsite and asks for an alliance. Chaos Dracoon receives an iPad from an unknown sponsor. You all are getting iPads! Guzman receives matches from an unknown sponsor. Nocturnal Blade Soren and Gooseroon discuss the game plan for the morning. John and Greg talk about the tributes past and alive. TK involuntarily passes out from sheer exhaustion. Phoenix Wolf, Grey Graves, Blockhead, and Eric sleep in shifts, trying to protect each other. AI, artificial idiocracy. I'm using my iPad for good, learning survival tips off YouTube. So we can watch stream. Y'all got games on your iPad? Legion hums quietly into the night. Aquatic Wolf and Quindex create a fort. Ramen and Diana huddle together for warmth and love. Can love bloom on the battlefield? Mysterious Phoenix receives fresh food and materials from an unknown sponsor. Donaroria thinks about winning and what it would be like. I bet Lunala thought Kiki was me and killed them in their delirium. Toxin is repeatedly awoken by nightmares. Swift Leader and Gears create a fort for the night. Dual Track receives an iPad from an unknown sponsor. God damn, so many free iPads. What is this, Temu? Listen, the only Temu ads I ever see is like, join Temu now, you'll get a free iPad. That's the joke I'm making. Human Pinky, Hulk Hogan, and Bits discuss a game plan for the morning. Calico tends to her wounds with leaves and water. Boogie lets Bubby into his campsite. Strawberry tends to fish with knife's wounds. Chris involuntarily passes out from sheer exhaustion. The iPads are secret bombs. Tequila receives fresh food and materials from an unknown sponsor. Donnie cries himself to sleep. Donnie cries himself to sleep. Oprah running the Hunger Games. You get an iPad and you get an iPad. I don't got an iPad. Daisy lets Kaidraman into their campsite. Steve begs for Maxie Boy to kill him, but they refuse, keeping Steve alive. Which is weird because Steve is dead. Crafty involuntarily passes out from sheer exhaustion. Pinky leaves Rose Meadow, Cherry the Bard, and Balthazar because they do not like their plan to kill people. Jimmy approaches Joe Dio's campsite and asks to create an alliance. Noah Hale tends to Din's wounds. Aztec involuntarily passes out. Lycanthrope convinces HB Office Jet to stand guard for the night while they sleep. Wormrack, Snake, and Potato sing songs together, hoping for the best. Wilkins climbs a tree and tries to get some rest. Black Century King, Fresh, and Dr. Liam sing songs together, hoping for the best. Jade receives matches from an unknown sponsor. Rogue of Light and Wazzy decide to make a peace treaty to make it through the night. Plague Dragon attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful due to the lack of materials. Dumpling falls asleep to the sound of people screaming. McWiggles receives matches. Alaskan stays awake all night. That one guy tries to sing himself asleep. Jem and Viking, or Jem lets Viking into their campsite. Miles begs for Butterfly System to kill them, but they refuse, keeping Miles alive. Pinecone receives an iPad from an unknown sponsor. Jesus Christ. Ryura gets delirious and forgets where they is. Ouija thinks about their family. And Nick Hale receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Huh. All right. Thanks, Jem. You'll probably regret that. All right, on to day 5, everybody. So many people are trying to get others to kill them. I mean, it's the Hunger Games. I wouldn't want to be in this fucking situation. Anyway, Dinororia throws a knife into Guzman's chest. Damn. Froggy finds an injured Bubby and then puts them out of their misery. Okay, well, that's nice, I guess. Char dies from an infection. Damn, Char. Random NPC, Aztec, and Valiant are attacked by a herd of vicious dogs. Get those goddamn dogs. Plague Dragon chases Wazzy. Don't chase me. Probably has another fucking question for me. What a way to start the day. Big White Bear and Dave hunt for other tributes. Human Pinky searches for water. Cherry the Bard fishes in the water for some food. Char goes, well, rip. Sir Knight kindly explores the arena. Lunala and DVD Wing work together for the day. Pinecone dreams about back home at their district. Jade makes a wooden spear from tree branches. Phoenix receives a healing ointment from a sponsor. I don't need to be faster than the dogs. I just need to be faster than Valiant. I mean, that's also true. Calico and BMC create an alliance. Office Jet and Dumpling create an alliance. Steve makes a wooden spear from tree branches. Daisy, Din, Dr. Liam, Cowbell, and Pineapple Ryan hunt for other tributes. Slice of Coffee receives a picture of their family from sponsors. Fresh receives healthy food from a sponsor. Levi searches for water and firewood. Ouija and Nocturnal Blade create an alliance. Rose Meadow questions their sanity. Legion begs Hulk Hogan to kill him, but he refuses, keeping Legion alive. Pinky tries to sleep in order to reduce stress. Delta fishes in the water for some food. Whoops receives healthy food from a sponsor. It's gotta be super, they won't eat it. Noah discovers a hidden pathway. Ramen sees Adventurer's Tale but decides to stay quiet and let him pass. Joe Dio picks non-poisonous fruit from a tree. Yato makes a slingshot with materials on the ground. Kydra receives healing ointment. Raku begs for that one guy to kill him, but he refuses, keeping Raku alive. Gear sees poisonous fogs, but manages to escape. Gooserum climbs up a tree to make a resting spot. Fish with Knife climbs a tree to make a resting spot. Crafty chases Mixus D. I'm free! Ash Bear explores the arena. Why are you freeing Wilkins? Now he can say skibbity whenever he wants. Son of a bitch! Anyway, Rogueway tries to kill a squirrel with an arrow. Alaskan overhears Kiwi and TK talking in the distance. Chris camouflages himself. Soren explores the arena. Wilkins steals food and water from Swift Leader when they aren't looking. I will outfit swap. Pop. Which one do we want? I'm deciding. Yeah, I like this one. I will stretch. Thank you, Nugget. And I will hydrate. Thank you, Nugget. And I will snack. Thank you, Nugget. Really hoping there's a prompt that use crew begs crew to kill them. They go, sure, all right, and stab them 37 times in the chest. Anyway, Lycanthrope has a mild panic attack. Breezy chases Gem. Blockhead sees smoke rising in the distance and wonders who is responsible. Carter. Miles receives medical supplies from a sponsor. John practices knife throwing and archery. McWiggle sprains their ankle running away from Eric. Turanome tends to Maxie Boy's wounds. Ryura hides in a bush, terrified and scared. Greg thinks about his family and starts crying. Boogie searches for food. Jimmy Mima rests in a ravine and finds comfort thinking of their father. Fucking Viking receives a bow and arrow from a sponsor. I just broke shit. It's fine, don't worry. Sauce Boss constructs a shelter with sticks and grass. Wormwreck practices their knife throwing and archery. Jellymoth rests in a ravine and finds comfort thinking of their father. Butterfly System Bits and Dual Tracks hunt for... I'm sorry, I burped a little. Hunt for other tributes. Black Century King, Phoenix Wolf, and Snake are attacked by a herd of vicious dogs. Those fucking dogs! Nick camouflages himself in a cave-type area. Arcanine begs for Chaos Dragoon to kill him, but he refuses, keeping Arcanine alive. Huntress begs for J-Thought to kill them, but they refuse, keeping Huntress alive. Dahlia dreams about back home. Diana receives a water spittle from a sponsor. Turtle Sages receives medical supplies from a sponsor. Grey Graves and Dobby create a fort out of leaves and sticks. Krallis thinks about their family and start crying. Draconicat and Balthazar split up in search of much-needed resources. Mark VD and Strawberry start a fight, but they spare his life. Potato and Sir K work together for the day. Toxin, Aquatic Wolf, Tequila, and Quindex raid Nugget's camp while they're away. And Donnie picks non-poisonous fruit from a tree. Neat long-range Sammy. For context, Wazzy, Soren and I never live this long when we do a Hunger Games simulator. You have to understand, there is this many tributes. Hold on, I gotta look at how many worms I put in. There is 100... There's 145 worms in here. There's 145 worms we are going through. All right, night 5. Well, Din Wiesel convinces Sir Kunima to not kill him, but then they're able to kill them instead. Chris strangles Balthazar with a rope they found on the ground. Damn, that's a lot of worms. A lot of worms in this can. There's 12 worms. Noah Hale bashes Froggy's head in with a mace. Jesus Christ, you guys. Yato stabs Fish with knife with a spiked tree branch. Crafty dies from lack of any substantial food or water. Levi secretly shoots a poisoned blow dart at Fresh's chest. Turtle Sages convinces Valiant to snuggle with him for the night. Aww, snugglins. Slice of Coffee tends to Gem's wounds. Lunala leaves Cherry the Bard, Wazzy, and Lycanthrope because they do not like their plan to kill more people. DVD looks at the night sky and wonders if it's real. Robin cooks some squirrels and he enjoys eating them more than he thought. Nick sets up camp for the night. Ash Bear receives matches from an unknown sponsor. Strawberry, Rose Meadow, Calico sleep in shifts. Hoping the other two do not betray them. Plague Dragon receives fresh fruit and materials from an unknown sponsor. Kiwi, Pinky, and Dahlia sing songs together, hoping for the best. Dumpling and Hulk Hogan sleep in shifts, placing full trust in each other. Butterfly falls asleep shivering from a fever, and Raku sets up camp for the night. McWiggle and Jellymoth decide to make a peace treaty and make it through the night. Dr. Liam and Miss XD create a fort. Psycho Arcanine begs Mysterious Phoenix to kill him, but he refuses, keeping Psycho Arcanine alive. Donnie receives a gourmet 5-course meal from an unknown sponsor. Breezy receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Jimmy Memer climbs a tree and tries to get some rest. TK receives medical supplies and nuts from an unknown sponsor. Soren sleeps in small increments, awaking at every noise. Mark falls asleep, shivering from a fever. Sir Knight Kindly, Diana, Jay Thoughtizzle, and Ryura tell jokes to each other. Dr. Cowbell, Dual Tracks, and Quindex have a deep conversation and discuss the challenges that will come in the morning. Wilkins, Black Century King, and Daisy have a deep conversation and discuss what challenges they will have the next morning. Aztec and Maxie Boy fall asleep holding hands. Steve climbs a tree and gets some rest. Sauce Boss is repeatedly awoken by nightmares. Gray Graves, Viking, and Big White Bear have deep conversation about the challenges that will come in the morning. Dobby begs for Nugget to kill them, but they refuse, keeping Dobby alive. Nocturnal Blade lets Wormrack into their campsite. Alaskan thinks about their family. Ouija receives a hatchet and a water from an unknown sponsor. Bits cooks some squirrels and enjoys eating them more than they thought. Rugavlade attempts to start a fire but is unable to. Gears and Boogie fall asleep holding hands. Turnome receives medical supplies. Phoenix Wolf and Miles talk about the tributes, past and alive. And who keeps sending all these dogs out? Human Pinky receives an iPad from an unknown sponsor. Pineapple Ryan and Draconi Cat hold hands and cry together. Pinecone steals random NPCs' supplies while they're asleep. Getting in deep in the woods with a bear. You bribed me with food. Now that doesn't seem right on so many levels. Dobby, you managed to save yourself with the food. That bitch. Legion and Gooseroon sleep in shifts, placing full trust in each other. Toxin questions their sanity. Huntress lets Adventure Tale into their campsite. Dave attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful given the lack of materials. Aquatic Wolf cooks some squirrels. Greg and Dinoruria and Tequila sleep in shifts, each hoping the other will not betray them. Potato receives medical supplies. Kydra, BMC, and Eric have deep conversations about the challenges coming up. Swift Leader tends to Joe Dio's wounds. Blockhead is repeatedly awoken by nightmares. That one guy tends to his wounds with leaves and water. Poops huddles up next to a fire and cooks the meat they hunted earlier that day. Gooseroon, Delta, and Corellis have a deep conversation to discuss what challenges will come. John receives matches. Jade tends to their wounds. Office Jess cooks some squirrels, and Snake starts a campfire with materials on the ground. Time for day 6, everybody. I wonder if we'll make it to day 13. All right, Gears shoots a poisonous blow dart into Legion's chest. Ooh, my gerd. My gerd. DVD Wing, in a cruel fate, asks Rose Meadow to kill Maxie Boy or Raku. He decides to kill Maxie Boy. Damn, making people do your killing for you, DVD. Sir Knight kindly throws a spear into Black Century King's head. He bleeds to death. Jesus Christ. Tin Weasel strangles Noah Hale for engaging in an argument. Well, okay. Cowbell kills Lycanthrope as he tries to steal supplies from camp. All right. Miles steals food and water from Dumpling while he isn't looking. Slice of Coffee falls and scrapes his leg while running from Lunala. Plague Dragon, BMC, and Bits are attacked by a herd of vicious dogs. Get these fucking dogs! Real long live the king moment there. Why is Human Pinky still alive? I don't know. You're not Ace. Swift Leader wonders what McWiggle's up to. Turtle Sages steals food and water from random NPC while he wasn't looking. Donnie steals food and water from Wormrack. Strawberry falls and scrapes their leg, running away from Huntress. Viking and Rogway hunt for other tributes. Breezy discovers a water source. Phoenix Wolf picks non-poisonous fruit from a tree. Potato receives healthy food from a sponsor. Tequila tries to kill Turnome, but they're able to escape. Office Jet and Yato create a fort out of sticks and leaves. Cat and Nugget split up and search for much-needed resources. Greg receives healing ointment. Why are you so gullible? Big White Bear questions his sanity. Boogie and Wazzy work together for the day. Chaos Dragoon sprains his ankle running away from Pwoops. Psycho Arcanine constructs a shelter with sticks and grass. Aztec receives healing ointment from a sponsor. Ashbear tries to kill Pinecone, but they're able to escape. Soren constructs a shelter with sticks and grass. J-Thought and Chris create an alliance. Nick climbs up a tree to make a resting spot. Jimmy Memer makes a slingshot out of materials on the ground. TK overhears Ramen and Cherry the Bird talking in the distance. Delta defeats Dual Tracks in a fight, but spares his life. Eric wonders what Miss XD's up to. Jelly Moth and Steve is dead, split up in search for much-needed resources. Butterfly falls and scrapes their leg, running away from Aquatic Wolf. Dave and Toxin hunt for other tributes. Gooserun sings a song while searching for food. They find berries. Dynaruria defeats Daisy in a fight, but spares their life. Ryura and Jade are working together for the day. Why did you steal my hair? Wazzy, what changes your hair color? Is it a reward or is it random? It's whenever you change outfit. It's outfit swap changes the hair color and, well, sometimes switches the hair color. See, like that. Now I go into my big thing of different outfits and I click a button and then my outfit swaps. Don't Q-tip emoji. God damn it. I don't want to be a Q-tip. Stop this. Alaskan Nocturnal Blade and Blockhead, Mysterious Phoenix, and Corellis hunt for other tributes. Valiant and Mark create an alliance. Sauce Boss tries to kill a squirrel with an arrow. Pinky constructs a shelter with sticks and grass. Wilkins asks Ryan to have mercy. Dobby defeats Kiwi in a fight, but spares their life. That one guy picks non-poisonous fruit from a tree. Ouija, Dr. Liam, Joe Dio, Adventure Tale, and Jem hunt for other tributes. John searches for water. Grey Graves tries to kill Diana, but they are able to escape. Hulk Hogan injures himself tripping over a log. Quindex camouflages himself in a cave-type area. Levi makes a wooden spear from tree branches. Snake camouflages himself. Kydra searches for food. Calico runs away from human Pinky. And Dahlia is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Time for night 6, everybody. Dumpling bashes Hulk Hogan's head in with a mace. Eric dies from hypothermia in the jungle. Levi and Wormrack create a fort for the night. Dobby thinks about winning. Adventure Tale thinks about winning. DVD Wing and Jay Thoughts snuggle for the night. That one guy falls asleep shivering. Random NPC and Tequila decide to make a peace treaty for the night. Miles hums quietly. Stop striking me! Also, I gotta stretch and hydrate. And also snack. I will do that, Ballistic. I think we have less than 100 worms now. I fucking hope so. I obviously did not check the settings, and I'm running on normal settings. Anyway, Aquatic Wolf got their medical supplies. Ow. Swift Leader sees a fire, but stays in place. Arcanine sees a fire, but stays in place. Raku cries himself to sleep. Grey Graves hums quietly into the night. Plague Dragon and Aztec talk about tributes past and alive.
Fucker.
Mark VD stays awake on pure adrenaline. Welcome to the crew, Faxio. What a wonderful name. Hi, Faxio. I'm Wazzy. I put all of crew into a fucking Hunger Games simulator. So we're going to see who wins. Dr. Cowbell tends to Sauce Boss's wounds. Chris sees a fire but stays in place. Chaos Dragoon questions his sanity. Huntress, Yato, Blockhead, and Alaskan sleep in shifts, trying to protect each other. Pwoops approaches Jimmy Memer's campsite and asks to create an alliance. Pwoops would never do that. BMC and Pinecone hold hands and cry together. I receive a hatchet and water from an unknown sponsor. Fuck yeah, for me. Realistically, the 3 or 4 bloodthirsty crew members would kill everyone in like 3 or 4 days. I feel like that would happen. Kydra huddles up next to a fire and cooks meat. Schmeat. McWiggle stays awake all night. Toxin, Ryura, and Pineapple Ryan discuss a game plan for the morning. Phoenix Wolf steals Diana's supplies while they're asleep. I received a sub 3 days ago and just saw it. I'm sorry that happened to you. A sub-splosion happened and we are at 728 subs out of this fucking Crewvember subathon. What a horrifying thing. I'm sorry if you got kidnapped during the time. Slice of Coffee feels delirious and forgets where they is. Bits receives fresh food and materials from an unknown sponsor. Ramen tends to his wounds with leaves and water. That's how you make ramen. Big White Bear thinks about his family. Jem, Delilah, Ash Bear sleep in shifts and hope the others do not betray them. Jelly Moth receives fresh food. Potato, Wilkins, and Gears have deep conversations. Phoenix Wolf falls asleep in a tree. Donnie questions their sanity, which is probably happening right now. Jodeo wants Valiant to kill him, but he doesn't. Turtle Sages and Dino Roria sleep in shifts. Dave and Kiwi talk about the tributes past is still alive. Soren falls asleep in the tree. Goose Room cooks some squirrels. John huddles up next to a fire. Miss XD, Snake, and Nocturnal discuss a game plan for the morning. Tabby goes, oh yeah, that happens constantly. Quindex, Din, and Calico have deep conversations. Cherry questions their sanity. Pinky hums quietly in the night. Greg and Nick hold hands and cry together. HB Office Jet begins to cry. TK convinces Jade to snuggle. Steve, Strawberry, Nugget, and Human Pinky sleep in shifts. Delta wounds Biggie in a confrontation, Boogie in a confrontation, but spares their life. Butterfly System stays awake all night. Dr. Liam cooks some squirrels and enjoys eating them more than they thought. Sir Knight Kindly, Turanome, and Draconicap have deep conversations. Daisy receives matches. Dual Tracks lets Ouija into their campsite. Breezy feels delirious. Rose Meadow involuntarily passes out. Corrales receives medical attention from an unknown sponsor. Viking huddles up next to a fire and cooks meat they hunted earlier this day. Don't answer. Wilkins just wants to feel justified because Wazzy disagrees with them. God damn it. Rogway climbs into a tree and Lunala gets medical supplies. That's it. That's night 6, everybody. The highest kill count is currently Dino Rorio with 2, Chris with 2, Din Wiesel with 2, and Levi with 2. The best killers of the crew so far. Day 7, everybody. Here we go. Nugget spears that one guy in the back with a trident. Why do you guys keep getting tridents? TK sleeps, poisons Kydraman's drink. He drinks it, and he dies. Donnie attacks Toxin, but Din notices and protects them, killing Donnie. Damn, I'm just out there hanging out with people hunted. Sounds about right. Okay, Nug, that's canon for them. Aquatic Wolf chases John over a mile before making the kill. All right, 4 deaths today. That's not bad. Ramen dreams about their district. Ouija receives a water spittle. Spile. Fuck. Dobby discovers a hidden pathway. Ryura chases Soren. Sauce Boss is pricked by thorns. Grey Graves sees smoke rising. J-Thought and Phoenix work together. Jelly Moth and Levi scares Levi off into the distance. Cowbell discovers a water source. Kiwi dreams about back home. Steve is dead. Viking, Swift Leader, and Adventurer's Tale raid Jade's camp while he's away. Dino, Corrales, Pinecone, Aztec, and Dumpling all hunt for other tributes. Tequila injures themselves. Rose Meadow receives healthy food. Delta receives a bow and arrow from a sponsor. Boogie, Turnome, Goose Room, Butterfly System, and Big White Bear hunt for other tributes. McWiggle, Rogway, Human Pinky, and Plague Dragon hunt for other tributes. Psycho Arcanine discovers a hidden pathway. Valiant sprains their ankle while running away from Lunala. Jodeo makes a wooden spear from tree branches. Dave receives a picture of his family from a sponsor. Nocturnal Blade receives healing ointment from a sponsor. Ryan and Coffee split up in need of to search for much needed resources. Jem makes a slingshot with items on the ground. Potato makes a slingshot. Gears falls and scrapes his leg while running away from Jimmy. Miss XD falls and scrapes their leg while running away from Wazzy. Absolutely hate the fact that Human Pinky is still in this game. Dual Tracks camouflages themselves. Pinky rests in a ravine. Huntress gets a picture of their family. Snake hides in a bush, terrified and scared. Raku sings a song while searching for food. Alaskan asks Draconicat to have mercy. Whoops is pricked by thorns. Phoenix Wolf wonders what Chris is up to. Greg sprains his ankle running away from Dr. Liam. BMC fishes in the water. Office Jet sees poison fog but manages to escape. Quindex practices throwing. Blockhead and Dragoon hunt for other tributes. Wormrack receives medical supplies from a sponsor. Turtle Sages, Cherry the Bard, Yato, and DVD Wing hunt for other tributes. Wilkins runs away from Pinky. Wazzy picked 2 colors. Blue and green. Calico questions their sanity. Miles practices his throwing. Bit steals food and water from Diana when they're not looking. Random fishes in the water for some food. Ashbear has a mild panic attack. Mark scares Dahlia into the distance. Daisy questions their sanity. Sir Knight kindly camouflages himself, and Nick runs away from Breezy. And now we go into night 7. Why would I run away from Pinky? They're my friend. Listen, everybody picked up a lot of weapons. Oh boy, are you guys ready for what's about to happen here? Oh boy. Nocturnal Blade falls into a deep valley and dies. I've not interacted with any other worm outside of them just stealing my shit. Wormrack dies from starvation. Soren spears Chaos Dragoon in the abdomen. Big White Bear shoots an arrow at Dobby but misses and kills Turtle Stages instead. Damn, Big White Bear. Oh, hey, Johto, what's up? Lunala, in a cruel fate, asks BMC to kill either Quindex or Ouija. They decide to kill Quindex. Tequilo temporarily stabs Yato, repeatedly stabs Yato to death with a katana. Why did I blend? Damn, I stabbed someone with an abdomen. Death, yay! And that was the final death. Now, Chris leaves Cherry, DVD Wing, and Boogie because they don't like their plan to kill people. Arcanine and Greg sleep in shifts. Kiwi gets medical supplies. Diana tends to Rose Meadows' wounds. Bits gets an iPad, the stupid iPad baby. Corrales falls asleep in a tree. TK convinces Nick to stand guard for the night. Delta receives fresh food. Nugget steals Snake's supplies while they're asleep. Miss XG, Office Jet, Huntress, and Phoenix Wolf joke with each other. Steve and Potato run into Raku, J-Thought, and Alaskan and make temporary peace. Grey Graves and Mysterious Phoenix talk about the tributes past and still alive. Slice of Coffee receives an iPad. Goddamn iPad babies. Aztec and Jodio huddle for warmth. Pinecone steals NPC's supplies while they're asleep. Can you just do this? Insert random crew member. I believe in you guys. Viking receives medical supplies and nuts. Butterfly System receives clean water. Dumpling and Dr. Cowbell sleep in shifts. Pinky receives clean water. Get in the microwave. Miles involuntarily passes out from sheer exhaustion. Levi, Daisy, Breezy, and Gooseroot sleep in shifts. Calico begins to cry. Human Pinky involuntarily passes out. Oh, fuck yeah, nuts. Mark VD sets up camp for the night. Strawberry lets Draconi camp into their campsite. Gears tries to treat an infection. Poops and Sauce Boss talk about tributes. Pineapple Ryan huddles up next to a fire. Dahlia eats some squirrels. Turanome treats their infection. Dave hums quietly. Valiant and Dr. Liam decide to make peace throughout the night. Jem leaves Dual Tracks, Aquatic Wolf, and Jimmy Memer because they do not like their plan to kill more people. Adventurer's Tale leaves Plague Dragon, Rogway, and Jellymoth because he does not like their plan to kill more people. Swift Leader, Rom, and McWiggles sing songs together, hoping for the best. Sir Knight kindly climbs a tree to get some rest. Jade tries to treat his infection with water. Wazzy wounds Blockhead in a confrontation but spares his life. Fuck, I'm wounding a lot of people but not fucking killing. Dean falls asleep, shivering from a fever. Toxin hums quietly in the night. Wilkins involuntarily passes out from sheer exhaustion. Ash Bear receives an iPad, Ryura receives fresh food, and Dinosaria receives a hatchet. Day 8, everybody! Phoenix Wolf goes, what? I died? I think so, buddy. Plague Dragon strangles DVD Wing after engaging in an argument. Steak dies mysteriously after going on a diatribe about the Hunger Games. Don't ask stupid questions, everybody. Don't ask why I put you all in the Hunger Games. That's not for me to know. That's for you to find out. That's right, motherfuckers. You're in the Hunger Games. Don't ask questions. What's y'all's favorite flavor of dog? I honestly, I like Shiba Inus, but I know they're bastards. I like the kind of dog. I like the flavor of dog that doesn't bite me. Honestly. Diana severely wounds Alaskan and leaves him to die. McWiggle tricks Joe Dio into eating poisonous berries. Dr. Liam dies from hypothermia in the jungle. A bee's nest falls near Human Pinky while they're climbing a tree. The bees sting Human Pinky to death. Human Pinky, no! Oh no! My beloved Human Pinky! Anyway, Adventurer Tail sings a song while searching for food. Delta kills a squirrel. Ryan tries to sleep to reduce stress. Strawberry searches for water. Sir Knight Kindly tries to kill a squirrel. Mark rests in a ravine. Ryura gets healthy food. Dumpling sees Ash Bear but decides to stay quiet. Random NPC sees smoke rising in the distance and wonders who is responsible. Aquatic Wolf camouflages themselves in a cave-type area. Mysterious Phoenix and Phoenix Wolf split up in search of much-needed resources. Hey, the Phoenixes are working together. Now there's only one Dr. Liam, and it's me. I blame Ace for the smoke. I like wiener dogs, dashhounds, I guess. Finally, the monster is dead. You could tell me if you did. I love him, your friend. You could trust me, unless you're a French vampire, the human embodiment of Switzerland. Breezy tries to kill a squirrel with an arrow. Calico sees smoke rising in the distance. Jimmy, Memer, Kiwi, Big White Bear, and Jem hunt for other tributes. Ramen searches for food. Ouija receives a picture of his family from a sponsor. Pinky steals food and water from Wilkins while he's not looking. Dr. Cowbell asks Blockhead to have mercy on him. Chris questions his sanity. Jade and Levi create a fort. Dinosaria overhears Miss D and Viking talking in the distance. Jade Thought receives a picture of their family from a sponsor. Nugget climbs a tree to make a resting spot. Office Jet receives medical supplies. Raku sprains his ankle while running away from TK. Gooseroon scares Cherry. Huntress and Pwoops hunt for other tributes. Tequila overhears Diana and Butterfly talking in the distance. Pinecone, Rogway, Arcanine are attacked by a herd of vicious dogs. Get these fucking dogs out of here, dead ballistic beast! Swift Leader throws rocks at Rose Meadow. Greg hides in a bush. Miles sees Soren but decides to stay quiet. Dobby scares Bits off into the distance. Sauce Boss is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Lunala searches for water. Dave receives medical supplies. Toxin, Wazzy, and Greygraves are attacked by dogs. Those fucking dogs! Din throws rocks at Aztec. Steve practices his knife-throwing skills. Potato Gears, BMC, Nick, and Boogie raid Boogie's camp while he's away. Cat climbs up a tree. Daisy climbs up a tree. Valiant fishes. Jelly Moth falls and scrapes their leg while running from Coffee. Turnome tends to Corrales' wounds. Dual Track explores the arena. Time for Night 8. The winner, the most bloodshed currently is Din with 3. 3 kills from Din. A lot of worms. We are about halfway through the worms now. Let's go to Night 8. Mark VD is stabbed in his sleep by Diana. Those dogs are bad at attacking. They don't actually kill anyone. No, we're getting all the kills. Diana stabbing Mark VD in their sleep. Nugget spears Greg in the back with a trident. Jesus Christ, Nugget. Dave dies in his sleep from a deadly infection. Boogie stays awake all night on pure adrenaline. Whoops huddles next to a fire and cooks meat. Aquatic Wolf looks at the nights and at the stars. Wilkins is unable to start a fire. Plague Dragon tries to start a fire but is unable to. Daisy tries to treat an infection. Dr. Cowbell BMC talks in. Strawberry sleep in shifts. Phoenix Wolf huddles up next to a fire. Gears and Cat fall asleep holding hands. Turnome and receives fresh food and materials. Delta and Huntress hold hands and cry. Random NPC huddles up to a fire and cooks meat. Adventure Tale, Ryura, and Rogway sleep in shifts. Pinecone and Jimmy sleep in shifts. Miss XD looks at the night sky. Pineapple Ryan lets Chris into their campsite. How is Wazzy alive? Power of ability. I'm skilled. I'm very skilled. Coffee, J Thought run into Soren, Lunala, and Jellymoth, make temporary peace. Arcanine and Kiwi fall asleep holding hands. Office Jet and Dahlia huddle together for warmth. Cernite kindly falls asleep in a tree. Steve huddles next to a fire. Wazzy and Dumpling sleep in shifts, placing full trust in each other. Oop, that's my tick pills alarm. Sorry, everybody. Miles convinces Calico to snuggle with them. Jade sees a fire, but stays in place. Dobby, Bits, Gem, and Ashbear sleep in shifts. Raku sets up camp. TK hums quietly. Levi tries to treat his infection. Rosemeadow and Butterflies make a peace treaty. Cherry questions their sanity. Grey Graves receives a gourmet 5-course meal. Sauceboss receives an iPad. Ouija is repeatedly awoken by nightmares. Viking climbs a tree to get some rest. Big White Bear tends to Corrales' wounds. Gooseroon, Aztec, and Potato have deep conversations. Swift Leader sings himself to sleep. Nick falls asleep shivering from a fever. Breezy falls asleep in a tree. Phoenix lets McWiggle into their campsite. Blockhead convinces Dino to snuggle. Pinky receives a gourmet meal. Tequila and Din sleep in shifts. Ramen tends to their wounds. And Valiant steals Dual Trax's supplies while they're asleep. Maud, deny the nugget. Have you tried being less murderous? Day 9, everybody. Boo-boo-doo. Slice of coffee kills Jade with an apple slingshot. You got killed by a fucking apple, Jade? How fucking embarrassing. How fucking embarrassing. Getting killed by an apple, anyway. Ryan kills Dinororia with an apple slingshot. You guys are getting killed by apples. Couldn't be me. Look at these bitch asses getting killed by apples. We're on an ad break. So while we're on ad break, I'm going to talk about other things. How are you guys today? I hope you guys are feeling dope and funky and fresh. I'm just chilling. I'm just having a little chill time here. I'm having a good time with you guys. I know it's weird for me to stream Friday mornings, but I hope you guys like it. Do I miss doing Friday streams? Not really, because they used to really wear me down. Just like ending the week on like a bad note. Like every Friday stream I did, I felt like I did a bad job on, and I hated them. But this hasn't been too bad so far. I mean, yeah, I did wake up early and bitch about it for the first hour of stream, but...
Can you remember the tallest man you've ever seen?
I think it's beneficial to those of you in a different time zone than me that are like, hey, can you please be on a reasonable time? Get killed by Wazzy-sized apples. I'm feeling dope. I want a sticker, and I'm giving it to my friend because I'm not allowed to own things right now. What do you mean you're not allowed to own things? That's illegal. I'm very insert positive emotion word. Day just started. I thought Matt was streaming when I saw how early it was. No, it's me. The Fridays for the rest of the year. It's going to be me this early in the morning with you guys. Work was tiring and high anxiety. Ooh. Oof. Doing all right. Woke up, looked through Discord, and remembered that this was a thing. But you do a good job of almost all your streams. Now, Fridays would wear me out. I feel I would do a good job, and then when I would end, I would just start my weekend on such an awful note, and I didn't like it, so, I'm hoping doing a different time, like starting my day with a stream, and then ending it with whatever the fuck I want to do. Well, not whatever the fuck I want to do, but with work, I think will help. But hopefully this works out. I hope you guys enjoy it. Friday streams were my favorite. Why? Because I would work? Because I would animate during them? That's what I mostly used to do on Friday is I would do 5-frame Friday. And I would work on animations. Right now I'm working on the guillotine one. And I feel like it's not as unhinged as I want it to be. So I'm going to reanimate it. But yeah, weekly shorts uploads, if you guys don't know. I'm starting the weekend with mayhem. It's good for the soul. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you just got to be a little bit insane. It's fine. Don't worry about it. The ad break is ending here soon, and then we'll find out the last death of the day. It looks like. It looks like this is going to be the last death of today, at least. You know. We'll see what happens. Oh, you guys are back. All right. Well, Pineapple Ryan kills Dynamoria with an apple slingshot. And Kiwi is unable to convince Ryura to not kill them during their altercation. So, oopsie poopsie. Ryura has blood on their hands. Miss XD sprains their ankle running away from Levi. Chris wonders what Delta's up to. Breezy steals food and water from Pwoops when they're not looking. Cat makes a wooden spear. Dual Tracks explores. Wilkins discovers a pathway. Aztec sees poison fog. Lunala questions their sanity. Cowbell, Daisy, Big White Bear, Pinky raid Dumpling's camp while they're away. Ramen chases Butterfly System. Mysterious Phoenix receives healing ointment from a sponsor. Black Dragon, Sir Night Kindly, and Sauce Boss are attacked by a herd of vicious dogs. Those fucking dogs! Rose Meadow wakes a wooden spear out of branches. Strawberry fishes in the water for some food. Jem defeats Jimmy Memer in a fight but spares his life. J-Thaw hides in a bush, terrified and scared. BMC receives a picture of their family from a sponsor. Potato, Dahlia, Nick, and Ouija hunt other tributes. Toxin picks fruit from a tree, but it's non-poisonous. Calico also picks fruit from that tree. TK and Soren hunt for other tributes. Rogway practices knife throwing. Boogie, Turinone, Dobby, Pinecone raid Bits' camp while he's away. Blockhead sees Psycho Arcanine but decides to stay quiet. Aquatic Wolf wonders what Swift Leader's up to. Jelly Moth steals food from McWiggle. Adventure Tale, Valiant, and Diana hunt for other tributes. Tequila is pricked by thorns. Ash Bear dreams about their home district. Miles scares Gooseroon off into the distance. Cherry searches for food. Din throws rocks at Huntress. Office Jet sees smoke rising in the distance and wonders who did it. Gears tries to kill Nugget, but he's able to escape. And Corrales split up in search for much-needed resources. Viking sings songs while searching for a food source. Raku explores the arena. Phoenix Wolf is picked by thorns. Wazzy makes a slingshot with materials on the ground. Gray Graves begs for Steve is dead to kill him, but he refuses. Time for Night 9, everybody! Delta releases vicious animals onto BMC while he's sleeping. Potato and Levi spot and kill Nugget. I'm sorry, Nugget. Potato and Levi fucking killed your ass. Diana and Calico talk about the tributes. Pinecone and Dr. Cowbell sleep in shifts. Valiant and Daisy huddle together for warmth and love. Corrales, Ouija run into Huntress, Jellymoth, J-Thought and make temporary peace. Ash Bear falls asleep. Poops receives a hatchet and water from an unknown source. Lunala sees a fire but stays in place. Butterfly thinks about winning and what it would be like. Pinky cooks squirrels. Jimmy huddles up next to a fire and cooks meat. Boogie and Cat tell stories about their districts. Phoenix Wolf and Gooseroon talk about the tributes. Sauce Boss falls asleep in a tree. Blockhead, Dobby, Bits, and Dumpling sleep in shifts trying to protect each other. Adventure Tale, Pineapple Ryan, and Plague Dragon have a deep conversation. Aztec, Rose Meadow, Ramen, and Tequila sleep in shifts. Dual Tracks is repeatedly awoken by nightmares. Gears begs Raku to kill him, but he refuses, keeping Gears alive. Chris falls asleep in a tree. Nick leaves random NPC, Aquatic Wolf, and TK because he does not like their plan to kill people. Turnome and Cherry the Bard sleep in shifts. Grey Graves and Office Jet and Jem have a deep conversation. Wazzy's unable to start a fire and is incredibly uncomfortable. Big White Bear sleeps in small increments, awaking at every noise. Miss XD receives medical supplies and nuts from an unknown sponsor. Dahlia cooks some squirrels and enjoys eating them. Breezy treats their infection with water and grass. Viking begins to cry. Toxin and Soren fall asleep holding hands. Din and Miles create a fort for the night. Strawberry and Swift Leader hold hands together. Arcanine falls asleep to the sound of people screaming. Steve tends to McWiggle's wounds. Sir Knight kindly questions his sanity. Phoenix Wolf falls asleep to the sound of people screaming. Wilkin receives a 5-course meal. That's not grilled cheese. Coffee quietly hums. Ryura sets a fire, sees a fire, but stays in place. And Brogway receives an iPad. Day 10, everybody. No! 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 Jimmy Memer chucks a spiked ball into Wazzy's chest. Fuck! Plague Dragon easily dominates Swift Leader, killing them. Jellymoth thinks about their family. Big White Bear gets healing ointment. Pinecone tries to sleep. J-Thought receives healthy food. Sarka, Iconine, and Dual Tracks work together. Viking tries to sleep to reduce stress. Corrales scares Coffee. Pinky and Valiant work together for the day. Nick scares Poops into the distance. How? The queen is dead. Long live the queen. I lasted longer than Wazzy. Let's go. Hi, Matt.
I bring you a lunch.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. You didn't have to.
That's all good.
Do you want to stay for Hunger Games?
How much longer do you think you got? I got my
A lot.
I got my food downstairs as well, so.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
So I'm gonna go have my lunch if that's okay. I'm gonna be watching on stream though.
That's fair.
Can you remember
Man.
the tallest
Everybody
man
say
you've
hi
ever
to
seen?
Matt.
Hi,
Thanks
crew.
for food, Matt. I'll try not to eat too much because I got to read, but
That's okay. Enjoy your nuggies. Peel them. Peel them for crew.
I will peel my nuggies. Thank you for nuggies.
You're welcome. Hi, crew. Bye, crew.
Matt got me chicken nuggies. He's on his lunch break. I'm supposed to be on my lunch break, but I fucked up the settings, and now we're on normal mode. Soren receives healthy food. Delta practices knife throwing. Breezy begs for Chris to kill them, but they refuse. Levi asks Grey Graves to have mercy on him. Matt, I killed Wazzy. I don't know, Matt, but he seems pretty cool. He's the tallest man you've ever seen. Cat sprains their ankle running away from Potato. Gooseroon constructs a shelter with sticks and grass. Diana sprains their ankle running away from Mysterious Phoenix. Sauce Boss searches for food. Ryan climbs a tree to make a resting spot. Matt Wazzy got killed by a bouncy ball. Yeah, we all know that Crew would be closer to rage mode. I've seen many tall men. Rogueway is pricked by thorns. Dumpling sees a poison fog but escapes. Ryura, TK, and Miss XD hunt for other tributes. Office Jet and Miles look for resources. Cherry asks Dr. Cowbell to have mercy on him. Raku and Aquatic Wolf asks Aquatic Wolf to have mercy. Daisy steals food and water from Turinome. Huntress questions their sanity. Steve questions his sanity.
I've grown old and infirmed.
Rose Meadow searches for water. I gotta jump off, Waz. You got a birthday party to go to. You have a good day. McWiggles tries to kill Ramen. Ash Bear tries to kill Bits. Tequila sees Boogie but stays quiet. Sir Knight kindly makes a slingshot with materials on the ground. Dobby, Butterfly System, Random NPC, and Aztec hunt for other tributes. Wilkins just fishes. Calico wonders what Blockhead is up to. Phoenix Wolf steals food and water from Strawberry. Toxin runs away from Gears. Gem receives a picture of their family. Dahlia sees smoke rising in the distance. Lunala wonders what Adventure is up to. Ouija picks non-poisonous fruit. And Din receives a picture of their family. Time for night 10. My money's on Plague Doctor. Plague Doctor's already dead. Plague Doctor died. Anyway, Calico's bear trap kills Tequila inadvertently. It was the bouncy ball of 25. Shut up, Johto! I'm dead because of a bouncy ball. Dual Tracks attempts to climb a super tall tree but falls to his death. Great job on that. Wilkins sets off a string of explosive, killing Cat. Who would believe that Wilkins is the one that set off the explosions? Dare I ask how I died? I can't remember. Valiant takes Toxin's food with poisonous berries, killing him. Bit sets fire to Jimmy Memer's fort, burning him alive. That's what you get for killing me, Jimmy, you piece of shit! You want to throw balls at me? Get burned to death! Sir Knight kindly tries to sing himself to sleep. Pineapple Ryan and Dr. Cowbell huddle together for warmth. Aquatic Wolf begins to cry. Jem falls asleep shivering for fear. Phoenix and Jay Thought create a fort. Daisy tries to treat an infection. Phoenix Wolf climbs a tree. A random NPC climbs a tree. Potato leaves Ash Bear, Miles, and Grey Graves because they do not like their plan to kill more people. Corrales steals Gooseron's supplies. Steve tends to their wounds. Gears sees a fire but stays in place. Ramen cries himself to sleep. Raku passes out from exhaustion. Blockhead gets a 5-course meal. Cherry tends to their wounds. Office Jet wounds Turanome in a confrontation but spares his life. Soren receives a gourmet 5-course meal. Rose Meadow receives a hatchet and water. Viking receives a 5-course meal. Pinecone receives, oh yeah, baby Dr. Liam, we accidentally put you in twice, so the one without the space was changed to Viking, who doesn't have their worm yet. So if you see yourself, that's actually Viking. You have possessed Viking. Pinecone receives fresh food and materials. I'm just eating fries in the background, I'm sorry, I know it's bad, but... Ouija leaves Lunala, Nick, and Aztec because they do not like their plan to kill people. Dobby sings themselves to sleep. McWiggle sings themselves to sleep. Jelly Moth is unable to start a fire and is extremely uncomfortable. Big White Bear and Chris tell stories to each other. Sauce Boss convinces Breezy to stand guard for the night while they sleep. Delta steals Pinky's supplies while they're asleep. Ryura falls asleep in a tree. Butterfly questions their sanity. DK receives medical supplies and nuts. Dahlia approaches Huntress's campsite and asks to create an alliance. Rogway falls asleep, shivering from a fever. Arcanine and Levi huddled together for warmth and love. Din is repeatedly awakened by nightmares. Coffee is unable to start a fire and is extremely uncomfortable. Adventure Tail involuntarily passes out. Miss XD sleeps in small increments. Poops, Boogie, and Plague Dragon sing songs together. Dumpling receives an iPad. Diana hums quietly. And Strawberry feels delirious and forgets where they are. Stabbing Ballistic Beast released 50 rabid dogs onto one person day one and never considered what would happen after that, basically. Done eating your nuggies and fries? Am I dead yet? No, I haven't even started eating, really. I'm just picking at the fries. I know it's gross and I'm making weird mouth sounds, but I'm hungry. This stream is going longer than anticipated. Yay, deaths! Jay thought Izzle kills Chris for medical supplies and food. Oh no, Pwoops! Calico, in a cruel fate, asks Raku to kill Pwoops or Corrales. He decides to kill Pwoops. TK taints Turanome's food with poisonous berries, killing him. Miss XD easily dominates Slice of Coffee, killing them. Psycho Arcanine is killed after being bitten by a poisonous snake. Snakes. HB Office just accidentally walks over a landmine. Big White Bear watches Viking die from killer bee stings. Damn, Big White Bear, what a fucking... You could have saved them. Well, don't worry, Viking, you're now dead. Jelly Moth sees Pineapple Ryan, Gem, and Dobby. He tries to take them and only ends up killing Dobby. Soren bashes Boogie's head in with a mace. Jesus Christ, all of these deaths, one right after another. Noah pushes Pinky off a cliff during an argument. Delta chucks a spiked ball into Butterfly System's chest. Plague Dragon dies of starvation. Daisy attacks Pinecone, but Strawberry notices and protects him, killing Daisy. Valiant attacks Breezy, but Potato notices and protects him, killing Valiant. Now all the deaths are happening. Jesus Christ. Cherry the Bard dies from hypothermia in the jungle. Blockhead, Bits, Sir Night Kindly, Ouija, and Huntress aggressively track down and kill Grey Graves. Aztec dies of dysentery. That's what happens when you don't wash your hands, Aztec. Aztec. Wash your hands. Aquatic Wolf accidentally walks over a landmine. We're not done with the deaths yet, everybody. Rogway and Din kill Ryura by throwing them off a cliff. Dr. Cowbell spears Diana in the abdomen. Rose Meadow poisons Miles' drink. He drinks it and dies. Sauce Boss dies of dysentery. What is with all these deaths? It knew I was hungry. It knew I was hungry. Phoenix Wolf sets Dumpling on fire for a painful death. Jesus fuck, Phoenix Wolf! Mysterious Phoenix shamelessly kills Gears while he's resting. We're not done yet. McWiggles unknowingly eats poisonous berries. Lunala chucks a spiked ball into Ramen's chest. Wilkins, in a cruel fate, asks Ash Bear to kill Dahlia or Adventurer's Tale. He decides to kill Dahlia. Remember, day 11 was the day of death. Steve is dead. Random NPC and Levi hunt down and kill Gooseroon. Day 11 was the day of death. Not a single thing happened that wasn't a murder. It was murder all the way down. Currently in the lead for deaths is Din and Levi with 4, followed by Big White Bear and Bits with 3. Almost the whole crew's dead. Let's go to night 11 and see what happens. More deaths, everybody! Pinecone kills Delta with his sword. Jellymoth sets fire to J-Thought's fort, burning him alive. Miss XD sees Big White Bear, Wilkins, and Nick and tries to trap them and only ends up killing Nick. Rogway is unable to convince Bits to not kill him during their altercation. Huntress unknowingly eats poisonous berries. Phoenix and Calico kill Rose Meadow with their bare hands. Steve sets fire to Soren's fort, burning him alive. Random cannot handle the stress and decides to commit suicide. Jesus Christ. Sir Night Kindly kills Lunala as he tries to steal supplies from camp. TK attempts to climb a super tall tree but falls to his death. Jim and Adventurer Tale spot and kill Potato. After hearing footsteps, Strawberry catches Phoenix Wolf from behind and grabs them and kills them. Ouija taints Din Weasel's food with poisonous berries, killing them.
Oh.
Dr. Cowbell intentionally eats poisonous berries and dies in his sleep. Ash Bear strangles Raku after engaging in an argument. Jesus Christ, I died and you all just turned murderous as shit. Ryan and Breezy kill Blockhead with their bare hands, and Corrales is unable to convince Levi to not kill them during their altercation. The people left alive are Levi, Big White Bear, Bits, Sir Night Kindly, Pineapple Ryan, Wilkins, Mysterious Phoenix, Strawberry, Ouija, Steve is Dead, Calico, Ash Bear, Jellymoth, Miss XD, Breezy, Gem, Pinecone, and Adventurer's Tale. Levi now has 5 kills. Day 12, everybody. No deaths. No deaths on day 12. Adventurer's Tale defeats Jellymoth in a fight, but spares their life. Sir Night Kindly makes a wooden spear from tree branches. Wilkins climbs up a tree to make a resting spot. Ash Bear searches for food. Remember, day 11 was the day of murder. Levi and Jim split up to search for resources. Miss XD sees Phoenix but stays quiet. Ryan makes a slingshot. Dweeb sings a song. Ouija camouflages himself. Pinecone searches for water. Bits searches for food. Steve is dead, asks for Breezy to kill them, but they refuse. Strawberry searches for food, and Calico receives a healing ointment. Time for night. Back to murders. Breezy throws a spear into Miss XD's back while he's tending a fire. Bye, Miss XD. Jelly Moth taints Jem's food with poisonous berries, killing them. Ash Bear slips on a frozen river and drowns. Levi finds an injured Pineapple Ryan, then puts them out of their misery. Ouija sets fire to Adventurer Tales' fort, burning them alive. Strawberry poisons Sir Knight Kindly's drink, but Sir Knight Kindly knowingly switches the drink and Strawberry dies. Wilkins kills Pinecone with a handmade weapon. Doesn't say what it is, just a handmade weapon. Steve is dead, accidentally walks on a landmine. Mysterious Phoenix sets Big White Bear on fire for a painful death. Bits severely wounds Calico and leaves her to die. Well, you guys had one day of not killing and then back to killing again. You guys were like, okay, truce for one day. We won't kill a single person. We got 8 people left alive. Day 13, everybody.
You're not a real person.
Breezy and Mysterious Phoenix spot and kill Jelly Moth. Ouija bashes Levi's head in with a mace. Bits pushes Sir Knight Kindly off a cliff during an argument. So many people doing the I switched glasses with you. I know. Never bet us against a Sicilian when death is on the line. Wilkins dreams about back home in his district. Wilkins, the only motherfucker out there like, oh man, I wonder what's happening. The only one not involved in a murder is Wilkins. We've got 5 people left. Night 13. Let's see who survives. Not Wilkins. Ouija releases vicious animals onto Wilkins while he's sleeping. Breezy dies from lack
You're
of
not
any
a real
substantial
person.
food or water. And Bits chucks a spiked ball into Mysterious Phoenix's chest. We're down to the final 2. It's Bits versus Ouija. Let's see the final day. Day 14. Who will win? Bits v. Ouija. Ouija cannot handle the stress and decides to commit suicide. Bits searches for food. Bits wins, everybody! The winner of this round of Hunger Games is Bits. People with the most death are Mysterious Phoenix.
Boo.
Actually, Levi with 6, Mysterious Phoenix with 4. Let me move this screen so that you guys can take in all the deaths and everything. And enjoy.
Do you remember the tallest man you've ever seen?
We've got Ouija, 2 death, or total kills 5, Bits killed 7, Wilkins killed 3, Phoenix killed 4, Breezy killed 3, Sir Knight with 3, Jelly with 2, Levi with 6, Big White Bear with 4, Strawberry with 2, Miss XD with 1, Steve is dead 2. Pineapple 3. I'll just talk about the people that are here. Soren with 2. Phoenix Wolf with 2. A lot of people got none. Ragu got 2. Random with 1. Dumpling with 1. Ramen with none. Ryura with 1. Aztec with none. Pinky with 0. Fucking Psycho Arcanine with 1. Plague Dragon with 3. Cherry with 1. Dobby with 1. Me with none. Boo. Nugget with 2. Jade with none. Dave with none. Human Pinky none. The regular Dr. Liam Nunn. Yeah, Legion None. Fish with Knife None, Sir K1. Yeah, this is all the results, everybody. Ballistic Beast 1. Ace with None. Yeah. I think we can make this bigger. I feel like I should have a stream where I make this bigger. And I put more people in. And we make it bigger. And I actually plot out who your teammates are and everything. I think that's what I should do. Anyway, that's for another time. Thanks for joining me for my first Friday stream. I hope you guys all had a good time with it. Let's take a look and see if there's any memes for today. There's a couple memes. Miss XT, Wazzy, it's 1 a.m. for me. Miss XT, go to sleep. I will never be asleep. When your evil clone that you kidnapped, that kidnapped you suddenly teams up with you. I died, but I lived.
Hey, how y'all? Get your fucking dog, bitch! It don't bite. Yes, it do.
Yeah, it do bite. What a beautiful. That's a quick edit. Good fucking job on that, Sword.
Hey, how y'all? Get your fucking dog, bitch! It don't bite. Yes, it do.
Ballistic, your dog bite. I love that one. Everyone fighting and killing in the Hunger Games. Nugget with her iPad being a pacifist. I'm seeing double here. 4 Dr. Liams. Point of view, you're Madame Lucario. Release the hounds. When Donnie dies in the Hunger Games, shame. Back to the dungeon with ye. Day 1. Day 11. Ah! That's exactly what happened. Thank you guys for joining me for this fucking stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to send you guys off to a highly unqualified babysitter, and I'm going to go eat these chicken nuggets before they get so cold that it sucks. I guess until next time. Bits, you won the Hunger Games, buddy. You won the Hunger Games. You did it. You hungered the games. You won, Lee. But yeah, I'm going to send you guys off to a highly unqualified babysitter. Until next time, I guess. Kick names and take ass and, you know, get the fuck out of my house. Maybe we'll do this again if you guys liked it. Next week's schedule is already up. Don't forget to join in Sunday. We're doing crew interviews where you will all be interviewed. The same 3 questions, but we'll learn about each other. And that's what this is about. This is about our community and how much we love each other. I will be making the other worms that have not been made later. So yeah, until next time, kick names, take ass, get the absolute fuck out of my house. I'm going to go eat my food. Bye. I hit the wrong button. I mean, you're leaving now, but I hit the wrong button before. I'm back now. Okay, bye.